Folks, we're live. We got PokeNE, no Pokey Plumber. He's here in spirit. He may hop on at some point. He does this thing he always does where he knows we have this scheduled every week. I confirm it with him multiple times per week. He consistently tells me it's all good. And then, the day gets here and he signs something up and screws it all up. So we've got the shillionaire himself, Brian from PokeNE. What's up, dude?
What's up? What's up, everybody? Hold on a sec. I had the stream playing on my other screen and it was very loud.
I always do that.
There we go. Yeah, what's up, guys? It's your guy Shillionaire, PokeNE here, trying to show you guys some Paradox Rift or Shrouded, whatever we're pretending to like this week. That's what I'm here to pump.
Pretending to like. Wow, dude, just start out with that. How many pretenders are out there these days? Does anyone actually like this stuff?
Nah. Only when it starts booming.
So we were just talking beforehand. We were talking about, the English Japanese market, and Brian's like, dude, I'm even past Japanese now. I'm more of a Korean Chinese market guy now.
Yeah. Japanese is so like last year, honestly. It's all Chinese is going crazy, guys. The Chinese market is like the margins are crazy, the demand is crazier, the tariffs are not so
crazier.
Fun. Tariffs are crazier.
You know what's funny about that? I logged on the internet today, and there was some article saying Trump's new tariffs crash global markets, and I immediately go, what? And I go to the stock market, Yahoo Finance. I'm like, wait, everything's flat. What's going on?
Yeah, the articles. The articles are crazier than the Pokemon market is. But no, it did raise the price on Chinese cards a little bit. So what are you gonna do? That just goes.
What's next? Is there another language that's gonna pop up?
Thai is actually getting pretty big with us again.
Thai?
Yeah, Thai card, because Thailand had they recently got Pokemon, and then they had to catch up on the rest of the world. So they had the catch up series where they're pumping 5 sets into one box. And the Thai cards for this catch up series has exclusive pack arts. Can't talk exclusive pack arts. So there's a Greninja one that's really popular. There's a Mimikyu one. A Dragonite one is really cool. I could show you. I got them over here. But the Thai stuff is nuts. And so it was really popular 8-9 months ago when we started selling it. And then it fell off. Lately, though, we are going through it like freaking crazy. There's one Thai pack art designed exclusively by Mitsuhiro Ritsa. It's a Charizard pack art. And people they go nuts for that shit. So Thai, to answer your question, Thai is going up.
How do you stay up on all of these different markets with all these different products?
I love money. I'm just constantly looking for more.
What even told you to go to Thai?
I'm trying to think of why Thai. I think honestly, I really like what is it? I've been listening to a lot of K-pop music, which is obviously Korean. But I think isn't Lisa's Thai, right? The Blackpink Lisa. I think isn't she Thai? One of the Blackpink girls is from Thailand. So I got into
I got my Instagram clip.
Lisa. Yeah, Lisa's Thai. So she's a singer in Blackpink, and I got into Thai rap. And I was like, I know Thailand makes Pokemon cards.
Thai rap. So do they what language is that? Is it English?
It's like I think Thailand language, whatever. So you're listening to
rap that you don't understand?
Oh yeah, no, it's great because they'll mix in English with it too, because everyone speaks English all around the world. So they'll mix in English, and the beats go hard, and she's a badass. I know there's Blackpink fans in here. I know there's the Blinks in here. But anyway, I got on Thailand's grind, and I was like, I know Pokemon makes Thai cards. And so I looked into it, and sure as shit, they've got exclusive pack arts there, just like Chinese. And I got into Indonesian, too. Indonesian sucks. Don't buy Indonesian cards. No
Indonesian
one cares.
Sucks. So the first language that isn't performing.
Yeah, we sell some. We probably sell 10 to 20 Indonesian packs a day. But, they're not good. I won't be buying more of them. So the next language, I don't know. I think Thailand's the way to go.
All right, so let me ask you this. If, at some future date, in some dystopian future where the market does cool off and things actually settle down and English and Japanese get less expensive again, do you think a lot of these other languages drop off, or do you think the markets are going to establish?
So we're really seeing that behavior now. So when English was hard to get way back in the day, I did Japanese because I couldn't get a distributor. This was 2021 or 2 or whatever. And then Japanese cooled down when English cooled down because more people prefer English. Well, now English is expensive as shit again, so now people are buying Japanese. Well, now Japanese is super expensive, so now people are back to Korean. So they do all seem to kind of follow each other more or less, because like I went heavy bags into Korean like a year ago when Japanese, like Clay Burst, Raging Surf, Ruler of the Black Flame, when those were like $200. That's when people started going to Korean because they're like, I don't want to pay $200 to get a, what was Clay Burst? Like not Miriam.
I know my card shop carries everything now too. Like, and they were always an English only card shop.
Yeah.
And over the past year, they went to Japanese, started carrying Korean, now carry Chinese.
Yeah. Korean follows Japanese because they're basically the same. So if Japanese gets too expensive, people do Korean. Chinese is its own beast. They have exclusive arts, exclusive sets. It's its own thing. I don't think like Chinese prices are predicated on what's going on with English or Japanese.
Okay.
In my opinion, we'll see. I mean,
so
they're
insane. So you think if like the market cools down, Japanese boxes are $50 again, and English boxes are 110, 120 something, you think Korean will fall off, but Chinese won't?
Korean will definitely fall off. Chinese, I think, will stay very strong.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to stick with that. I'm not buying any more Korean. Like I'm going through Korean Terrestrial Festival like crazy. But as far as the other sets, I'm not, aside from EV Heroes. I mean, basically the market's like, screw the market. Just look at the individual items like EV Heroes, the Korean EV Heroes. I think anyone would make more money selling that than Japanese EV Heroes because the margins are still strong and the demand is way stronger.
Gotcha.
Same with 151. Korean 151 hits hard because like, what are you going to do? Spend $15 a pack in English or spend $150 on a Japanese box? No, you're going to buy a $60 Korean box from PokeNE.com. Shillionaire,
baby. He's such a shill.
That's such a good impression.
Dude, that was the greatest video, man. I can't believe it doesn't have like 1 million views by now.
I thought it would. I really tried hard to make that viral. I was like, oh yeah, this is knocking on the cheese, but what are you going to do?
I've got a couple ideas that I think I could hit 1 million. I just don't know if I want to do them or not.
Dude, you need to just you already pissed off enough of the internet. You might as well go double down.
I know, man.
Triple down on it.
It's just there's too much fun being had right now in the market to not be a part of it.
It really is fun.
What about you, dude? I mean, you're really diving into YouTube hard right now.
Yeah, well, I got my my little bro I hired. You'll see him popping in the background. So I'm like, well, shit, I got nothing to do now. All I have is YouTube. I don't got to pack nothing. I don't got to label anything. I don't do rip and ships anymore. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'll just start making videos. Justin's making me. He's like, bro, if you don't make a video every single day, I'm quitting. I'm like, okay.
You make like multiple a day sometimes, though.
I do the packing. You get rich and famous.
He does the packing. I get rich and famous. Yeah, no, sometimes. Well, I have one a day scheduled always. And then if some news pops up, like, oh, there's a new Prismatic Evolution Premium box, then I have to do that one first, so I'm first to the story. But no, I'm pumping out 5 a day sometimes and just scheduling them out once per day for like the following week. And then if
how are you able to do that though with like the way this market is?
What do you mean?
You know, like are you ever? Because I've always thought about doing that. Like, are you ever worried like the information is going to change by the time the video comes out?
Oh, I don't give a shit. I just put it up. There's one I did on Danny Phantomp, and he was talking about Journey Together allocations. And I love Danny, by the way. He was extremely helpful with a million things. Nicest guy in the world. My only critique on that particular video was he made it kind of confusing on whether or not those were example numbers or his numbers. And I know that his audience was also confused. So I was confused. And so I made a reaction video to it. And then he corrected everyone. He's like, hey, the numbers I said in that video weren't literal. They were an example.
Are we live?
Dude, we're live. We just started without you because you can't keep a schedule to save your life.
Dude. Fuck it. What's up, Brian?
What up, dude?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm happy to be here. You look like you're in an interesting studio out there.
Yeah, I just
Dude.
jackhammered a floor like 15 feet. It was pretty fun, but I'm done for
Wow.
the
See,
done
what
for
he
the
does
day.
is he sits around and plays video games like half the week. And then as soon as the stream day gets here, he's like, oh, I got to sign up like 50 jobs.
I don't think I knew you were like actively like doing plumbing. What do you jackhammer 15 feet down for?
No, not 15 feet down. Jesus, I had to do that before. No, I had to do a drain. Some guy poured concrete down the drain, I guess, when they were doing work. So you can't, snake out concrete. So what we had
Right.
to do is we literally hammer and dig down and pull out that section of pipe that was full of concrete.
So there's stupid people in every industry. I've never dumped concrete down a pipe before.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Jesus. Lovely.
No, I mean, you guys both are, I feel like, are grinding harder than me these days on YouTube. Jeez. Plumber, you're starting to post almost daily.
Every other day I do.
I've noticed that. I've been following your channel. I didn't know. Did you ever post like regular videos?
Never.
Okay, yeah, because I kind of heard about you through your live streams here, and then I'm like, oh shit, he's got a YouTube channel, so I subscribed to that. Like, I love it.
Thank you, bro. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
getting started. It's doing pretty well. It's actually doing really good.
The numbers look great. I'm like, oh, he must have been doing this forever, and I just didn't get the memo.
I just made it. What is that? Like 2 weeks ago?
Okay.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Okay, then I wasn't late to the party. I was just sometimes I'm late to the party. I don't know.
No, you weren't late to the party. Appreciate it, man.
Hey, Rudy's
Yeah.
Basement, thanks for the super chat, man. The Scalp Invest Chill, the NN Sis Army, you know it.
God, that looks aggressive. NNSIS Army. I like that.
That's how we like it, man. It's really, we stay aggressive. We like to cause as much frustration as possible out there.
That's right. Trying to get a reaction. That's the goal.
So that's the goal, huh, man? You guys, the business pretty much well-oiled machine, and the goal into 2025 is going to be the YouTube grind, huh?
Just content, yeah. Because, well, what's really great is once you get the balls and the nerve to actually pay for ads, which you should definitely do. It's
what do you mean by that? The ads on your business or YouTube?
On the business, because now I don't need to do marketing either. Like, YouTube is marketing for sure. Like, people find my site through YouTube, but I really always felt compelled to like always have an Instagram story with a link to a product, always post. I'd make my stupid little like Toys R Us looking ads with like a picture and the price, and those take forever to make. All that shit takes forever to make. Well, now the algorithm teaches me exactly where like my post should go. And so I just put $100 on like one thing and beam it out. And if it works, then I just throw $1,000 on it and I let it cook for a month. And so I don't even need to advertise anymore. Like, there's like active Facebook campaigns all the time. So all I need to do is YouTube. Like, Facebook and Instagram, like our meta ads, it's like $5,000 a month. Just let them cook. They do their thing.
Yeah,
you can look at them.
What's wild? I was on my, I wasn't even on, like, logged into any of my accounts, and on my TV, on YouTube, like, your ad came up, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
he's everywhere. And I was on like my, I think it was my wife's like YouTube, and your ads. I always see your ads now.
Good. They show up on phone games. Like Meta and Google, they partner with like, Angry Birds, whatever stupid game, and so you'll see my ads like in games too, because they just beam them out to every platform they run like real estate on. So like Meta has real estate. Oh, it's nuts. So it's like, what's the point of I'm not even going to try anymore. I'll make a video, and if it does good, I just boost that in Facebook Ads Manager, and then do you guys know about Manychat? Like the comment Riz, and we'll send you a link to the...
Yeah. And then they get an automatic message. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. That shit, like, you guys, for your businesses, you need to get on Manychat. That is game changing. I'm talking.
That's what I've been hearing. Like, because then it's just like an automatic link, and it's already helping you with the algorithm, because then more people are commenting on it. So now you're getting boosted both ways. So that's huge.
Yep. It feeds itself, because every comment they leave, you automatically leave a comment. So you double your comments, and then people will click a link in their DM way more often than going to the URL bar and typing in PokeNE. They'll tap the link. They don't care. And so I'm telling you, man. Like, I think if you do Manychat for 10 years and you do it on every big
10
video
years.
you make, I think you could easily net 10 mil.
Yeah.
I think you net $1 million a year doing it. Truly,
That's
like
wild.
once it scales up.
So before when we talked to you, or I talked to you,
yeah,
you were kind of talking about like you kind of hit you kind of hit the spot you wanted to be, the level of sales, level of growth you wanted to see. So now are you trying to like push past that? And now that you have a full-time employee and grow more, or are you still kind of happy with where you're at and kind of sticking to that per year?
Oh yeah, I was an idiot. No, I want more.
Now he wants more.
Dude, yeah, I was so flawed. Like, I was. What's that word? What's that word? Don't get. There's a C word. I don't know. There's a C word. Don't complacent.
Complacent.
Don't get complacent. I was complacent.
Comfortable. I was gonna say
You always say comfortable. Don't get comfortable. So yeah, I hired somebody, which is what the freaking YouTube comments have told me to do for years now, calling me an idiot and valid. But yeah, now I'm just like, I'm hungry. Like, I want this thing to grow into a freaking empire.
Yeah.
And
But
I know
then,
you said,
if you grow, you'd have to leave the basement inevitably. Then it turns into warehouses if you're gonna keep growing like that.
well, that's the thing. I don't got to leave anywhere. I got employees now. They can go to my warehouse, and it's gonna be in my backyard anyway. I want to get a big ass lot. I want to build my own building, and it'll be a golf cart right away from my house. And then if I have to go in, I have to go in, and if not, then I got my people to do that. I want a freaking empire.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be like Mr. Beast, like how Mr. Beast has like his own like warehouse where he could just do whatever he wants.
Yeah, it's like his own little playhouse.
Pokemon. Yeah, that'd be really
That's
cool.
the
Like
goal.
Mr. Shillionaire. Dude, so when are you going to actually change the channel to Shillionaire instead of PokeNE? Is that going to happen?
Dude, it's so tempting, actually. At least maybe for the 50K sub special, I'll change my channel name.
Just change it for a day to freak everyone out.
Just for one day, just to create some panic. It'll be like when IHOP changed their name to like International House of Burgers or whatever.
Yeah,
it was like the best like
that was the greatest
stint
troll ever.
It was insane. It was brilliant. Very tempting.
What do you? I mean, obviously, like I've been through my fair share of struggles in this market lately with some of the things I've said. But what do you take from like all the craziness right now? Like just all the anger, the emotions, all that. Like what's your feeling about everything?
I think it's fun. I think it's awesome. Like people, I mean, I do feel bad. Like if you collect Pokemon and you're paying an arm and a leg for it, like I get it. I'd be pissed too. In our little echo chamber of like content creators and then like the investor bros, like the people in the YouTube world,
right?
We're all gonna collectively miss this when people stop giving a shit. Because like it's gonna be next year or like it'll probably be 2 years from now when the new set comes out and it's on Target's shelves and the booster box is $110, and if you charge MSRP, you're a scalper, and the only people that are still making content probably will just be like Pokey Rev, because he's been up and down and all around, Alpha Investments, Danny Phantom, like the people that have been from the start. But all these little like sub 10K channels, they'll disappear. And there won't be new ones because why would you get into this market? It's dead. And it'll be boring. It'll be boring as shit every single day. I don't know about you, but every single day I get on YouTube, there's someone doing a live stream.
Yep.
It's usually you doing a rip or something. And then like at any time, I can be at the gym, I can be going to bed, I can be waking up, I can be working. At any given time, there are 2 to 5 live streams, either talking about the market, doing rips. That's fun. That shit's not going to be there forever. And I think
I almost feel bad. Like, one of the things, like, especially like out of the people that you become friends with and like, know their stuff, like you and, Plumber, but like, you almost feel bad. You don't have time to watch everyone's content anymore because everybody's pumping out more videos than ever. And, the videos are usually longer now because people are more engaged. And it's literally impossible to catch everybody's videos, everyone's content, everyone's live stream. So that's the only thing that sucks now. It's almost like I feel like less caught up and less like involved than I used to because there's just too much.
Yeah, I mean, you got to pick your channels. You've got to pick. I listen to everything at 2x speed. Like, I don't listen to a single video in single speed because you're right. There's not enough time. No. And then just visit every live stream and see what's going on. Just pop in and say what's up, see what they're talking about. But yeah, it's ironic because like we're in a world where cards are so underprinted and yet the content is so oversaturated. And I don't know, it's weird, but I'm loving it. I think it's fun. And I think we'll all miss it when it ends, when people stop caring.
You know
So
what I
I
find
asked,
missing? This is gonna sound crazy, and I really like genuinely miss it. I was watching one of Rudy's old videos, right? And it's like we're in a bear market, and for me it used to be so much fun, like guessing if something's gonna go up. What am I putting? Like what am I buying? It doesn't have potential, and I missed it, and I just feel like I'm kind of getting bored because everything's through the roof. Like there's no, it's like any product has gone through the roof. So like I miss guessing what's next. I miss chasing things at a cheaper price. Like I'm not saying I'm bored, but it's just like times are definitely different. But I do miss the old times too.
It's a
yeah,
good
I think
point.
I asked Nick, I asked Pokey Plumber this already. I asked Eli this, and I also asked, I was on It Was Never Just a Phases channel last night for a live stream. And so I asked everybody this. I want to ask Brian this. All right, if you had to choose one decision, right? And you
Okay.
had to buy every single Scarlet Violet, one of every Scarlet Violet box in ETB right now, or wait and buy all of them in a year, which way do you think you would do better?
Oh, okay. I see. Oh, yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? Um, I think if you said 3 years, that might be a different answer, but I'd buy them all now. I think next year is going to be even wilder.
That's what I'm saying. Like almost everyone I've asked, like does the same thing. They think about it, but they usually come back and say, "Yeah, I'd probably still rather buy now because maybe some get reprinted, maybe the market does trail down, maybe something does happen." But odds are, this is why I think the market's going to keep pumping. Is I think most people still believe that right now is still probably going to be cheaper on a lot of these than a year from now. And so, like,
100%.
if that's still in people's minds that, oh, in a year SV base might be 200, Paldea is going to be 3. Like, if that's still in their minds, sales aren't going to slow down.
Well, do
Well,
people know that? Go ahead.
I don't see Paldea Evolved getting a reprint. I don't see potentially Forces getting a reprint. There's so many sets that I think we're moving past because they're going to go crazy with Prismatic. There, I don't even know. We might not even see Twilight. I don't know at this point. So why not just buy everything now?
Yeah, if you don't have it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and do
Yeah,
people
if you
not
don't have
realize
it.
that they did reprint Obsidian and Paldea Evolve?
Yeah,
Like they did do that. They printed that
yeah.
already.
That's why
Nothing
I don't think we're
happened.
getting more.
Right. Why would they? They don't have time.
I remember the videos of some people saying like, the reprints here, get ready for it to drop to $100 or lower again. I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
No. The distros are charging more than freaking I mean the distros charge more than I do on some of the shit.
That's wild.
Yeah. Like that, like a reprint's not gonna do anything. I agree with Plumber that they're
But
probably not gonna
what do you
reprint
think
half
about
of them.
Prismatic? Like I'm
Prismatic.
hearing that the super premium collection. I'm hearing that there's going to be a lot of those.
Dude. Stop buying into the stupid rumor mill.
I don't see how there could be. I mean, if you guys
Nick,
did you see the leak?
Look, put
Yeah.
it this way. Brian, you probably heard the same thing I did from our distributor, but like, dude, they had made it sound like 151 bundles were going to be like massively dropped.
Yep.
And everyone said that there was tons of blooming waters. Dude, the prices did not even drop on the packs.
But there is a lot of booster bundles. It's just people aren't dropping the price.
No, dude,
So
they're
there
getting
are-
eaten up just as
you
fast.
can't
Like,
say that there's not a lot of them because, dude, that would be false. There are a lot of 151 booster bundles getting cranked. But now everyone's made so much money. Distribution is going to charge more. I mean, you're paying a lot more than a lot of people because you just got distribution. But there's also people that paid way less than you and got a shit ton, Alex. So you can't tell me that there's not a lot of product. It's just now everyone's making
I
money.
think
and they're going to
I just think we need to
making money.
redefine what a shit ton is in this market.
Yeah,
That was
I
a
mean, to
lot.
me, a lot would be like the only reason people want so much money for this shit is because they don't have any more to replenish it. Like, I mean, okay, here's what's nutty. So every release, there's always like some tins, some EX box, some bullshit ancillary product that nobody likes. So the next one is the stacking tins, the Q1 2025 stacking tins. This is something that I used to buy from my distributor to be nice, like as a little like I scratch your back, you scratch mine. No one wanted the stacking tins. I ordered like I forgot how like $40,000 of these stacking tins, and I got. I think I was telling Alex some of my allocations. I got like 20 cases. 20 cases of the lamest shit you've ever seen. I did tell Alex before we started, there's a Lily's Belly Bolt EX box and like a Charizard.
Oh, they look awesome. They look really
sweet,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
I ordered like, I think near 100 grand worth of those. I got my final allocations. I'm getting 15 cases. 15 cases. This is from my big distro. Like, the reason why these distributors, now I get it. The reason why they're charging a premium for this is because they literally can't get more. Because like otherwise they would just churn and burn. That's their whole model is churning and burning. They're not like these investor bros on YouTube. Like they're trying to get rid of this shit as fast as possible. If they can only give me 15 cases of this Lily thing, then they don't have dick. I used to get 40 plus cases of this stuff, and that was reluctant.
It's funny. I had someone on my pack break last night. Because I have some battle academies. I made a little video like, I see you taking PokeNE's advice. Are you getting your distributor allocation stuff? I'm like, guys, I understand Brian says that in his videos, but in reality, he got his allocations where they are from years and years of taking product that no one wanted at price points that people didn't want. It wasn't because he bought a few battle decks for a couple times. Like, so they were like thinking like, so how much are you getting now? Like, no, I'm still not getting anything. Just I took a little bit of junk. Like this takes years, and it's just like, because you remember this. I know you were buying 2 years ago when people literally said this phrase. And I used to tell people this is not going to last. They would say, why would I need distribution when I could order from Savari Zone pre-order? When P Football Pete's got it on eBay for the same price, there's no reason for distribution. And then you're sitting there still paying your distributors for all that product that nobody wants. And all the stores are like, yeah, give me a couple cases. It's not moving. Everyone online has it cheaper. Just give me a couple. You're saying, no, back up the truck. Give me it. That's why you're at where you're at. And no one wants to acknowledge that. They just want to say, well, all those big guys get all the stuff. It's not fair. It's like, no. That's the definition of fair.
Yeah. I heard you say that in that. Oh, my goodness. I heard you say that in that It's Not a Phase guys podcast the other day. I'm like, yeah, that was a real quote. Everyone was like, distribution's a scam. I'm just going to order it from, like TCG Player had it for cheaper. And they looked at the whole fair concept. That like you get more now. It's just like that's the definition. Fair doesn't mean equal. Fair means fair, meaning you supported people when they needed support. Now they support you when you need it. Oof, careful with that phrase. You'll get jumped on for that one too.
I hope so. Like people are gonna have to start learning the word no again. They're gonna start learning, how life works. It's just like, and also here's the other thing that people hate when I say, dude, booster packs were $4 retail back in 1999. A $180 box divided by 36 packs, guys. That's $5. Name me one other thing that's had a 25% inflation in 27, 28 years. Nothing. And so I'm not one of people that think that's too expensive. $4.50 to $5 a pack, $160 to $180 a box. That seems pretty realistic for 2025. I mean, a Big Mac doesn't cost what it did in 1999.
Yeah, I got it. 1999. A Big Mac was probably like $1.50.
You get a whole meal back then for less than the sandwich cost.
You're contradicting yourself, dude, because there's been so many times where you weren't buying boxes at, $190, $200. You were totally against it. But now when you're making money off of it, it's a different story.
I'm not saying to go and invest in it. I'm saying if you're a consumer, it's not a bad price to consume. It's still relatively cheap at $5 a pack.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is at this market.
Yeah, I'm not saying it can't get reprinted and it can't drop. I'm just saying, like, you can't do anything cheap anymore. Like, there's not a hobby out there you can go do cheap. Like, everything costs money in 2025. It's just like,
but I just feel like there's no way that Pokemon isn't going to figure out a way to print more. Pokemon's done this forever. Why would they change that now? Because everyone else is making money. So why?
Wait, hold on. Done what forever?
Like they'll reprint the shit out of stuff, right? And put enough.
But see, you're contradicting yourself now, right? Because you just said they did print a shit ton of booster bundles. So I think they're trying. But they just can't get enough out.
Yeah, they're gonna have to definitely. There's more people, and the rip and chips are crazier than ever. Every day I see there's a new rip and chip.
I mean, think about it, dude. Sea and Sky boxes were printed into the freaking ground.
They
Yeah.
were.
And Crown Zenith it's already I think almost $8 or what, almost $7 a pack.
Yeah, it's right back. I think I saw like a leaked picture on IG a couple weeks ago of the prismatic premium collection, the super collection, whatever they're calling it. It was a whole pallet of them like in the warehouse, and it leaked a couple of weeks ago. Did you guys see that?
Yeah, with the multiple pallets. Yeah.
Yeah, so like that set comes out in May, and that leaked a couple weeks ago. Like they print this shit several months before it ever comes out. So I think, you know, if they choose, if they like it the way it is with all of us talking about it 24/7, they'll keep doing what they're doing. But if they do want to make a change, they might be implementing it right now, but we just won't see it until, you know, October, November. And at that point,
we're that far away?
yeah, I think so. I think it takes several months to get this stuff going.
Oh yeah, like 6 months. So
yeah. So they might very well be listening to us going, yeah, idiots, we're working on it. We know we've got it fixed, but we just might not see it until October, November. And that's what I've been saying to people is like, if that's the case, Pokemon's going to call all of the assholes like me that are trying to buy $300,000 of the new set. They're going to call my bluff and they're going to be like, okay, here you go. Then I'm going to have to decide what to do with it. I'm probably
here's the other thing though. Another thing people aren't talking about is enough though is, dude, Magic the Gathering literally puts out statements and has done it. They've pulled back their print runs because they figured out when too much product is available and it's too cheap, nobody freaking wants it. And then as soon as it gets a little scarce again, a little more expensive, everybody wants it again. Pokemon figured that out multiple times where they've reprinted too much and it went dead, Chilling Reign, Fusion Strike, Battle Styles. Other times in the past with X, Y, and Sun and Moon sets, maybe they're finally getting to the point where they're like, we're going to print more, but we're not going to run it into the ground where nobody wants the stuff again.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, Bandai did the same thing with 90% of its TCGs.
Bandai kills everything.
Yeah, they kill everything. And
they're making it work with One Piece right now, it looks like.
I think they changed their policies a bit with One Piece. And that's why
that's what people don't get. It's like the Game Piece Army, the Timmy Army, they want everything to be widely available and cost nothing. And it's just like, that's how TCGs die.
Yeah, but I'm not part of the fucking Timmy Army. I'm just saying there's got to be a little bit of a happy medium here. That's it.
And I think they'll find it in October, November. I think that's where they found the happy medium. And I think by then, like if they actually are starting today, which they'll need to start right now, then, you know, boxes will be 125, 130, and I think everyone can be happy. That's plenty.
Yeah, that's fine.
Margin.
It doesn't need to drop down to 80, but like I think that's a sweet spot. 125, 130, that makes sense.
I would love that as a business owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense to me.
Yeah, because that's plenty of margin for like the business owners, and it's plenty affordable.
Here's the funny part, like
LA people.
Everyone, even Plumber, man, even Plumber gets on me. It's like, dude, do you know how much I would love it if we went back to the old market? I don't want this. Like, do you know how easy it is if I don't have to go make all these private deals with a million different people, have a million packages show up every day? If I could just go to the distributor and say, all right, I want A, B, and C sets. Okay, I'm stocked for my streams now for the next few months. We're good. It's just like, this market sucks for me too. I hate it. It's impossible to find packs. Everyone's, negotiating all these different, deals because you can't find product anywhere. It's not fun for anybody, honestly.
No, I heard you say on that podcast the other day, you got, like, did you say one case of Journey Together?
One case, baby.
So guys,
hold on. Let's see what else I got. Hold on.
Oh, we got a whole list.
Let's see. I got to give you the entire Journey Together allocation. One case of booster boxes. We got 4 bundles, four singular bundles, and 2 ETBs, baby. That's 2 ETB units, not cases.
So people need to realize that, like, we don't like this market because even if Alex was head shill scalper number 1 and he sold each Journey Together box at $1,000, $1,000 because the market got that crazy, he made $6,000. Okay. I mean, that's not enough to do anything with. Like, that's the thing. Like, yeah, I'm selling it at MSRP, but I could sell each Journey Together box for double what I used to sell them for. But I'm getting 1/5 of what I normally got. So, like, this shit isn't beneficial to us. We could sell it for 3, 4, 5, 10x what we pay. But if we're getting 30x less than we normally get, then it's not good. We don't like this market. I want it to be 120 a box.
Dude, Hold on, I always got to call out the chat. You all cry so much. Bro, I literally just got done saying it's all fair. It's fair that I get that much because I'm a new person. I haven't built an account. I haven't built any years of trust or spend. Like, that's fair. I'm not complaining at all. I'm happy for beggars can't be choosers. I am happy for any handout they want to throw my way. But at the same time, these are real numbers. I mean, no one's getting anything. It's all we're trying to say. No one's crying here.
Yeah, it's all gets chill.
Yeah, no one's crying.
We good, but I'm just saying. I do wish I could go back to like 2023, like late 2023 vibes.
Back when I used to put videos up and people would tell me how stupid I was for investing in Scarlet Violet era and Sword and Shield era was it and Pokemon's over and Silver Borders killed it and all that.
I hate that
Remember those times?
Yeah, those were great. And it goes back to what Plumber said earlier. That was when it was fun. It was fun to be like controversial with an opinion, like, oh yeah, this box is gonna go way up. And now it's like it's not even interesting anymore. It's just like, yeah, no shit, it's gonna go up. It's already up.
Like, I mean, I agree. Buying Paradox at 40 a case, 480 a case was wild. Like, there was no reason I should have been able to buy Paradox at 480. How they evolved at 500. But it was fun. It was fun because you just, I don't know. I miss that. That's it. I just miss it. It was fun.
What did you do back then, Brian? Like, what did you do with your English cases when they were literally online for like 500 a case, 550 a case?
I put them in the back of my basement, and I said I'm gonna just wait till they go up.
You just make money on Japanese.
Well, yeah, I'm not gonna sell them at $90 a box. That's stupid. I paid $90 a box.
Exactly.
Oh, so yeah, I was like, so people are like, oh, why do you have all these cases back here? It's like, I hate these smart cameras. They like.
Yeah,
people are like, why do you have all these cases back here? And I'm like, well, those are the cases I had on my website for $115 for a box of Obsidian Flames, and y'all didn't want them, so now I'm keeping them.
Yeah.
Mazel tov.
Radar's in here. Radar says it's been Groundhog Day for 3 months. Somebody talk about something new, please. I kind of feel him on that. Yeah. All right. What are some other topics that don't get talked about a lot? Let's do that. Radar, I hear you, and I actually agree, man. I agree.
Some other topics, man. I don't know. This is all we do.
Man.
What is the typical content creator's toolbox? Bitching about the market, bitching about scamming, anything on whatnot.
All right, let's talk about the GameStop stuff.
Ooh, yeah, GameStop's the next whatnot right now.
Dude, do you not think GameStop is going to take over kind of like this industry as an LGS? It seems like they're already starting to close locations that either are not profitable enough or they're maybe not like the right size, because it looks like they're trying to even start like, I've seen some people or some places say they're going to start having like get-togethers there or something.
Yeah,
so
I think
maybe
they're
on the way to turning them into Play Stores.
I think that's next. That's the next on the. They have a little checklist of ways to take over the world. They're taking pages from Elon. They're just checking off little boxes and they're doing it just as underground. You know, it started with the PSA thing, and they're just checking a little bit of things off. And by like this time next year, yeah, I think they're going to take on more. The good locations are probably going to take on more real estate. They're going to clear off their sales floor more because no one's buying games anyway. And they're going to be Play Stores. And I think all the LG. And then what'll happen is they'll get more allocations for better stuff and faster stuff. Like if I was a Play Store, I would get stuff like 2 weeks earlier than I do now. That's why you see some of these stores on YouTube that have products so early. It's because they're Play Stores. They get it earlier. And so GameStop will want to do that. And then there's stuff that the distro, it's not even a distro choice. It's like an IP choice. Like, I think there's several card games that like Southern Hobby has that I can't get because the IP doesn't allow online only stores to get those. But when GameStop becomes a Play Store, they're going to have access to all that stuff. And that'll be the next step to take over the world. That's their goal.
You think they're the reason that PSA's wait time starting to go sky high again?
It definitely helped.
Oh, that makes sense. Never thought of that.
They probably have a contract with them though. They definitely, when you're grading that many cards, they're probably getting a really good deal on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense though.
I know that was one of the. I keep trying to like, you know, I keep trying to line up factors that like kind of led to like what happened in 2021 to like now, and like that's another one to cross off the list. It's like, well, one of the things that happened is PSA got overwhelmed with cards. Wait times went way up. People had to wait too long to get their cards back, which led to more scarcity on the market of cards. And it's like, that's just another kind of thing to add to the list.
Yeah, there's a guy in the comments saying the thing about their layout starting to change a couple years ago. And I do remember that being a story. So I'm into all the business marketing stuff. I like to read about it. And I remember when the GameStop started getting a little sexier, a little sleeker, clearing space out. Like, they've been plotting this for, like, these kind of decisions, they take years. Like, the way I run my business, I make a decision the next day I implement it, and sometimes it bankrupts me and sometimes it gets me a lot of money.
Because you don't have to go through the chain of command. It's
yeah,
really,
there's no red tape.
Yeah.
But big, like, publicly traded companies like GameStop, they take years to implement new concepts. And so, yeah, they've been plotting this for a while, and now they're like, oh, glad we made this decision. And yeah, I think a lot of LGS stores are cooked.
Starting to look that way if they're not going to, like, I guess, I don't even know if you can evolve. Like, I feel like, I mean, here's the thing. If LGS stores are kind of utilizing all the different, like, strategies, like, if they, they're running, their Rokas and fizz batches running through bulk, maybe they're doing grading themselves or offering, like, to grade for their customers. If they obviously are in sealed, maybe now they're getting into the different language sealed, like you have, like, obviously you're gonna get the walk-in, business of just like selling singles, buying collections and things like that. Like, I think they're gonna be okay if they utilize all that. But yeah, the days of like, oh, I'm gonna start a store and get distribution and sell products, I think that's over.
Oh yeah, there's people that still want to do it too. I get maybe 5 emails every couple weeks, and they're like, hey, I really want to start a game store. Like, do you think that's a good idea? I'm like, no. I'm like, bro, why? That sounds like a horrible idea. Like, I can't think of a worse business to want to open right now. You'd make more money opening, like, Jesus, literally any business.
What do you actually say to them?
I say, fuck no. What are you doing? Like, I'm like, no, absolutely not. I'm like, I don't even try to be nice about it because I'm trying to save these, because some of these people have money, actually. Like, you can be very stupid and have a lot of money. That's probably a lot of stupid people. I bet there's just as many stupid rich people as stupid poor people. And so, they have like $100,000 and they're like, oh, I want to invest it in this. I'm like, first of all, you're using the term investing very loosely. You're going to gamble it all on a 5-year lease. And you're going to think that now that you have a building, the distributors are going to give a shit about you. And no, you're going to get like 1 case of everything. And the only stuff you'll be able to get is like some goofy card game that barely made it out of the COVID card game territory. And nobody actually wants it. I don't know why anyone would want to start an LGS right now. There's no benefit to it at all.
Yeah.
Right?
Nick,
what's the benefit?
I don't know, dude. I don't even want to talk about it because I feel bad for people that do own one.
Yeah, it's awful.
Nick, how's the YouTube journey been, man? How you feeling?
It's fun. I mean,
you like it better than the Instagram grind?
I mean, it's something new, so I'm enjoying it. Like, I needed a change of pace. I wasn't getting bored with Instagram. It was just I'm having fun with YouTube. I mean, there's some idiots that comment dumb shit, but you get that wherever you go. So, I mean, it's fun talking about something new every day. It's fun, I mean, I think like there are a lot of, good people that follow me. It's fun interacting with them. Like, that's what I'm having the most fun with. Like, there's a lot more interaction on YouTube, right? Because like I'm still at the point where I'm reading the comments. Instagram, I have so many messages and it's so hard to get to everyone. So like with YouTube, I'm trying something new. I'm trying to interact more with like what they want to see. What do they enjoy? I'm making it a little more personable. So that's why I'm enjoying YouTube so much. And it's fun, like learning how to edit. Well, not really edit, but like learning the mic, setting things up. I'm going to do some openings. I already open packs, so it doesn't matter because
Brian.
I'm already opening them. Whoa. I already know where you're going with this.
Brian, help him out.
I already opened these, right? I'm already sitting there opening this stuff. So it doesn't matter. I'm not trying to make money from opening on YouTube. It's more.
Oh, no, not that. Like, no, like me and Brian had a conversation a while ago about like how the editing is just like, dude, it's not even worth it. It's like you're gonna get the same or more views on the unedited stuff.
Yeah, I haven't edited anything, and people like it more. They're like, "Oh, it's more genuine. You're being yourself. You're not changing anything."
Yeah, it's still kind of
I feel
fun
like the
just to
editing
like
thing
edit a
went
little
away
bit,
in the last couple of years.
everywhere.
I feel like that
Pretty
the
much.
massive editing thing went away.
Thank God. That sucks. It takes way too long.
We got Rob RNG Game saying I hate my life. No, Rob runs the store the right way. He does he takes advantage of every possible avenue, expands into different card games, different sports and Pokemon. Whoa, we're getting to see Brian's whole workshop, guys. You are getting the behind the scenes of the
Oh
Shillionaire.
my God. I hate this. Like, I need to turn this feature off. But yeah,
You know what's
Rob's
funny
legit.
is that's the what that Insta 360.
Yeah, and you can turn the gimbal function off. Like, it's completely my fault. I just haven't turned it off. This is the setup
you?
that. Yeah.
Oh, I need to do that because I bought that if you told me to for my pack breaks, and it is like the most clear camera I found. That like yeah.
Yeah, it's super clear, but like it just does some annoying shit sometimes. And like Plumber was saying, the fun of YouTube is like the setup and the cameras. It's like not all the time. Sometimes that sucks.
I mean, my buddy's gonna set up like the camera for my PC and stuff. I mean, I've had help from Ryan. I've had help from Sean. Like they're really knowledgeable, and they edit a lot of their stuff. So I have Alex. I have so many people to help me with it. So it makes it even easier. And
Yeah.
it's not like I'm just trying to figure out everything on my own. I do have a lot of help right now, which is really cool.
Plumber's self-made sound effects, 10 out of 10. Thanks, Jonah Kyle.
Explosions, it lets you use your imagination. So many people forget how to use their imagination.
Imagination.
That's so
Dude,
true though.
I'll have fun in a cardboard box, dude.
Dude, so let's talk here. I have something new we can talk about. MetaZoo.
Yeah, MetaZoo. Very interesting stuff, eh?
I'll give my thoughts and you guys can give yours because mine's very simple. Trash. Why would anyone buy that? If you don't like Pokemon, you have Magic. If you don't like Magic, you have One Piece. You don't like One Piece, you have Lorcana. There are so many great IPs, great card games right now. To go all the way down to the bottom of the barrel and collect this MetaZoo stuff, like, whatever. Go for it. I think it's ridiculous. There's so many other better options, but what do you guys think?
I mean, I think what built MetaZoo was the fact that it was essentially like a rug pull from the start, and then it turned into a card game people did genuinely like, but just not enough people to fund it. Like there were definitely.
You called that, by the way.
I did.
Remember, you said it was gonna MetaZoo was gonna go bankrupt by the end of the year, and you were right.
Oh, I did. Yeah, I crushed that. Yeah, it's on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, it was honestly suspiciously accurate. Yeah, I mean, it was like a rug pull from day one, and it just like took off, and it worked for a little bit, and it could have continued working, but the guy was a moron, and I also called that too. But to me, like this whole second MetaZoo thing, I mean, it might be fine, but I don't think the name MetaZoo is going to help it carry itself at all. I think they might as well have named it Buttercup Sprinkle Fairies, and it would have just as much likeliness of succeeding. Like I mean, it's like name any defunct company. Like if you take the name of that company and put it on a new company, I don't think it helps that company out. Like imagine Blake's Breaks. Like if like some new breaker named Blake was like, oh, that name's available, I'm going to become Blake's Breaks 2.0. Like that shit wouldn't help him. Like, right? I mean, I don't know. Maybe it'll go great, but I don't think it'll go great because it's MetaZoo branded. I can't imagine anyone would care.
I think it'll do well long enough where the people who own the company and anyone who's a subsidiary of it, anyone who's like a sponsored, store or breaker, whoever, all those people are going to do very well. All the people who are being sold the trash in 2-3 years, they're going to be very upset because probably most of it's going to have no value. That's my take at least.
Seems like a good guess. Yeah, they'll do well enough to exit and make a good penny, and they'll do it honestly. I don't think they'll be scamming anybody.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean it that way. They're not going to scam anybody.
But
yeah, they won't scam anyone.
What if they really try and they try like alt arts, making the cards like good, not where they bend instantly after opening a pack? Like, what if they actually put a lot of effort, change a couple things, I mean, you do. This is why they're lucky. They had a base, right? I agree. The first one was a pump and dump, but now you have people that bought it that actually enjoy the game. And what if they try and they succeed? I don't know.
I don't think there's a lot of motivation to try.
Why not?
What does that mean?
I mean,
Like, how do you get into something and not try, bro? That would be like,
I think that's
the
most
dumbest shit
businesses.
ever. If you're spending hundreds of thousands, maybe a couple $1,000,000, why would you not invest in your business to succeed for the long term? That's not logical to me.
I think that's most business. I mean, think about it. You've got a name that, for better or worse, does have like some social proof. Again, I made fun of the whole concept, but they got it for such a discount that here's what I would do if I had like $20 million to blow. I would buy MetaZoo because it does have some level of like social recognition. I would do exactly what I think they're going to do and make it successful and legitimate. And then I'd sell that shit off to the highest bidder. And even if I only made 10% on my money, that's better than the S&P 500, and I'm still clearing a couple $100,000. I think that's how most businesses work. I think most of them, they buy it for the cheap. They keep it going just long enough to where they can make a little teeny bit of money, and then they sell it off and they don't actually care about the spirit of it. I don't think there's, I don't know. Maybe I'm more negative than that, but
no, you're right. I mean, this is the stuff that people don't like to hear. I would say the majority of businesses have an exit plan in place when they're being built.
Yeah, exit plan. I think they bought this as the first MetaZoo was a pump and dump, and I think MetaZoo 2.0 is a exit strategy that will probably like mature in 3 years.
And to clarify, like you said, it's not a scam. Like this doesn't mean it's a scam. It'll be completely
business.
above board, all legitimate. It's just it's being built to be a cash cow.
Yeah, I think they'll sell it off to the highest bidder, and again, all you have to do is make 10% on your money, and with the right tax write-offs and all that bullshit, you did pretty well for yourself. I don't know, but maybe, I mean, I don't have $20 million yet, so what do I know?
I get it. So what's your growth look like this year, man? You're just gonna keep just kind of trying to do more volume? Are you trying to look into other TCGs, other businesses?
Yeah, I like the idea of other businesses. I think that could be fun. YouTube being one of them. I mean, YouTube's pretty scalable. I've really gotten into this new thing, like just scalability, which, like, again, totally common sense. But I just thought about it like for 1 second, and you'll agree with this. If you just do the same exact shit you're doing, and you just do it more times without more work, though, you can make infinite money. Like, I always say, if you sell a booster box and you make $20, that's not that impressive, but it only takes like X amount of effort to sell a booster box. If you just do that 500 or 1,000 times, you get $20,000. You do it 1,000,000 times, you get $20 million. So all you have to do is just find more people to do the thing. And Pokemon does all the work for you. Pokemon's built an IP that's way bigger than me and you will ever even come close to 1% of. So I'm like, well, shit. If I could find 10 people to buy a booster box, I could find probably several million. So right now it's just about how can I reach more people? I'm not even trying to do anything different. Just put more money on ads, make more content, and then put more money on that content. And to me, it's like
I got told by someone one time in a comment that I don't even have a real business. You're just selling something that another company created and already sold. So Brian, you don't even have a real business, dude.
I mean, like, that's bullshit. But it's a cheat code. It's definitely a cheat code. I'll hear about people that make their own clothing lines on YouTube. I watch a lot of clothing line companies on YouTube, like startups.
Yeah. And
they'll be like, yeah, I did 10 grand in revenue this month. And I do like that in half a day. But I'm thinking like, wow, though. This is a compliment, I promise. I think about it logically and I'm like, God, they actually sold $10,000 of something that they made out of thin air. That is wildly impressive. Like, I look at that like, holy shit, they invented a thing and it's worth 10 grand in sales a month. And I'm like, that's really cool. And then I realized how blessed we are where we just have to sling it. Pokemon did all the design and the art and the research and the math. We just have to get it to people. Yeah. And again, if you can do that 100 times, you can do it 1,000, you can do it 10,000. And all you need is a scalable model. And that's why I'm like kind of, and we were talking about this off camera, this is why I'm kind of against the rip and ship model, because I'm like, unless you hire streamers on your behalf, which has its own risk, as we all know from all the whatnot shenanigans, you can't scale it.
What do you speak of? I'm not familiar.
I'm gonna get sued. I'm gonna get like sued by somebody. It's just every time. I mean, every time someone like at one of ours levels hires somebody that they don't know personally, shit hits the fan every time. Like my brother could stream, you know, I know him, but like these people, Mystic Rips, Brand, great guy by the way. He's got like an application out for full-time streamers. He's like, hey, do you want to do Pokemon full-time? Fill out my application. I think that's a huge mistake because he's a very passionate guy. He's a very honest guy, but he's going to hire somebody at some point who doesn't share his ideals and morals. And I think that's the end of that company. And so rip and ships to me, it's not a scalable model, but selling sealed, if you make X amount on an ad, you put $100 on, just put $1 million on the ad and then make 1 million times more.
Or keep opening it until you find that like,
eventually that's the ceiling.
Point. Right.
But that's the attitude of this year. So we're doing 600. We've done 600 a month for January, and we're gonna do about 590 in February. And I'm hoping by like the end of the year we'll be doing 1 million. That's the goal.
It's pretty good. It's decent.
It's decent enough. I'm like, but that's not where I want to be. I want to be
That's
way
crazy,
bigger than
dude.
that.
No, congrats, man.
No, thank you. But honestly, I'm not doing anything different. I'm doing less work. I'm just finding more people. Pokemon, like people are like, oh, content saturated. Pokemon sets, like Pokemon's the biggest company in the world, media franchise wise. So some little shit like me, I'm probably touching 0.00000 repeating 1% of the target market. Okay. If I can take 1 0 off that could be the difference between a lifetime income.
Right.
So what about you? How are you? Like, what are your plans for the year?
Man, it's really rough right now because like there's multiple like moving parts right now where everything's going great. It's just like I'm trying to find a way to get, my friend that I hired to eventually get him into a higher position to where he's, able to earn more income and grow and then get someone in his position. And, I have some things in the works with like someone else. And if that falls through, then I'm going to have to find a way to like grow, just what I'm doing. And so I'm still, eyeing more of the streaming side, less of the sealed side. Because I just don't know it as well as you do. Like, how are you with like, like I hate even talking about it, but like, scams and stuff.
How do I deal with them?
Well, like that always kind of scares me in the sealed side, like, because you know how it is when you're sending large amounts of sealed to a million different customers. Like, you know how people are, they don't get good hits. They want to try and say it was resealed and stuff. Like, do you have a lot of that? Not
really. I mean, honestly, no. I mean, this year I had 2 people. One guy said that that I resealed. It was something really silly too. It was it was some like random product, like an EX box, some random thing. And then another guy said that I resealed packs, and his reasoning for that was they were slightly loose. And I'm like, well, what hits did you get? And I'm like, what? I'm like, it gets manufactured poorly. Paradise Dragona, Raging Surf, those Japanese boxes, worse. Oh, and Stellar Miracle, horrible. Worst wrapping I've ever seen in Japanese Pokemon. The wrapping is loose. It's not tight at all. It looks fake. I mean, I'm opening these from the case, and I'm like, oh, people are going to bitch about this. So far, nobody's bitched about it. There's been 2 people this year, and I was able to console them. Not bad at all. Dude, we've done 1.5 million. Yeah. Just about.
So so basically it's no issue at all.
It's no issue. And even if it were an issue, it's like, that's just the cost of goods sold. Just
anyone who complains, they're obviously brand new to the hobby. Like, I have people come into stream sometimes, and I'll open packs, and they'll be like, those are obviously weighed and metal detected and all that. And it's just like, dude, this is Pokemon hit rates. This one time it was great because I was going through Evolving Skies, and we went through probably 8, 9, 10 packs in a row, no hits, right? And there was someone in the chat just like, I eventually banned him because he just kept like spamming the chat. It's because they're all scam, wait, blah, blah. And literally I hit like a Dragon Knight V alt art like after it. And I'm just like, does that look Wade and rescan to you? And I go, all right, you're gone, banned.
Poetic.
But yeah, it's like people don't understand. It's just like, dude, you can buy products and get no hits. It happens. Every one of us has went through that.
Oh yeah. Well, here, honestly, if
hey, Pokey Plumber knows he has opened like $1 million worth of prismatic.
If you're worried
How'd
about
those
doing
go?
sealed, here you go. This math problem should make you feel good about doing sealed. So at worst, you get scammed $10,000 a year, which is like definitely way over the top. I've never like that's happened to me in the past with this credit card charged by bullshit, but last year and this year, not even close.
Arvin got scammed with like 60K, I think it was, maybe more.
Arvin has a very different business model. I mean, he's like, but okay, say 60K. I mean, Arvin, what does he pull? Like 2 million a year in revenue? Okay, so 60K divided by 2 million. This is how I run my life now. That is 0.03. So if you're worried about losing 60K in a scam, just raise everything you sell by 3%, and then you break even. And people are willing to pay that. People will pay 3% more.
And that's why Rudy's Basement is changing his name to PokeNE's Basement.
It's just
Thanks
math.
for the super chat, by the way.
Like
also
$60,000.
Silverado. 2 guys I just wanted to hear talking about Pokemon. There's 3 guys here. Maybe that was when Plumber was gone.
He might have chatted it while Plumber was off cam.
No, that is a good way to look at it, dude. When I was scaling, or I was thinking about scaling my lawn care landscaping company, I was talking to I had some meetings with other people who had large companies. They were taking meetings with me because I've always been wanting to grow businesses. I was never content, Yeah. And I remember one of them, he had a massive business in the era, And one thing he told me, it still hangs with me, is business owners don't work with tools; they work with calculators.
I like that.
It's always stuck with me, and that's exactly what you just did right there. That's what business owners do. They're not in the weeds. They're not. You have to start out like that, but eventually you have to start working with a calculator.
You can do both. Yeah, fair. But I hope that math kind of illustrates it though. Even if you're doing 200,000 a month in rip-in ships, right? And and maybe that takes 50 hours more than I spend on my sealed stuff. Just pretend. Yeah. If you make $10 an hour, that's
dude.
I'm just picking up math. If you make $10 an hour, that's $500.
I just grabbed that math out of the air.
Pulling shit out.
Yeah.
That's $500. So you can basically allocate $500 of scams for every that many hours, and then you break even. So I don't know. I mean, I think go for it, dude. I think that's. We were talking off camera too. I'm I think that's infinite money glitch.
Yeah, I was just gonna start off with Chinese and Indonesian and Thai.
Lalisa would appreciate it.
I was just gonna jump right over the Korean, Japanese, go straight for the good stuff.
I mean, shit. Maybe you should at least Korean. Okay, you know what the play is? I'm gonna give you guys the sauce right here. You guys are gonna print on this information, as Arvin would say. I love his term printing. It's hilarious. Korean Heatwave Arena. That's the play. Heatwave Arena and Rocket, because people are going to get pissed at the Japanese box so quickly, and then they'll think, oh, well, the English one's coming. Maybe I have a chance at that. And then when I get my allocation and I get 1,000 boxes, they're going to go, oh, shit. And then the Korean one's going to pop. Korean Trastle's insane.
What's it at?
$65 US market. You can get it for 40. That margin is wild. My margins are usually 15%.
If this was me talking like this right now, Alex would be fucking complaining the whole time. Anytime I bring up Japanese, dude, this is the perfect timing. I have you here, a Japanese guy. Alex, all he does is shit on Japanese.
Okay, I got that vibe.
Korean, and he's like, oh yeah, maybe it's a good thing.
Brian knows this, dude.
I'm aware of Alex.
You're not telling him anything he doesn't know, but go ahead.
Alex, how do you feel about Korean Heatwave Arena?
I think it's trash. I told Brian, I think once Japanese and English get cheaper again, Korean's it's going to just crash. It's going to be illiquid.
You think Japanese is going to crash?
Everything's going to come down, but here's the thing. Here's my take, and Brian, you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
My take is there's a lot of people who truly want to collect English and truly want to collect Japanese, right? But
Agreed.
when English gets too expensive, there's a lot of people who want English but can't afford it, but go to Japanese, right? Then it goes down the line to Korean and other places. What happens when everything comes down? The people who really wanted English go back to English. People who really wanted Japanese go away from Korean, go back to Japanese. So that's why, like, I would rather be in the thing that like people majority want and not like try to go chase things that people don't really want. They're just there because they're cheap for the time being. Would you agree with that, Brian?
I think the logic is sound, and I agree with everything except the very, very last part where the I'd rather be in, because in this market.
Well, sorry, for investment purpose.
Yeah. I mean, but
not business purpose.
Okay, that's more valid then.
Yeah,
because you don't have access to it. But yeah, if you like for whatever you have access in, but me, if I'm trying to invest in English right now, there's only so many you can get. So like I'm trying to invest in what's available. But yeah, everything I agree with, spot on. There's definitely diehard Japanese collectors, and they always have been and they always will be. But
yes,
like you said, you get a lot of the fake ones. Those are the ones that Possum Bud gives shit to, because they're like, oh, 3 months ago you didn't give a shit about Japanese. Now all
they
of a sudden
just go because
money.
it's cheaper than English now. But as soon as English gets cheaper, they're going to be right back.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly right. But if you're a business, and I think that's right from an investing standpoint, but from a business standpoint, which is what I'm trying to get you to do with
You're
the sealed
chasing margin,
stuff,
yeah.
You need to just always be on the next thing. As soon as I was gonna say as a joke, Hello Kitty cards, the Sanrio characters, good stuff right there. It's a Weiss Schwartz set. Weiss Schwartz like Blau or whatever.
I did this secret play right now is
I did get a bunch of I did get a bunch of the Weiss Schwartz.
Yeah, the Weiss Schwartz, Hello Kitty, the Sanrio,
the Nikki.
The Nikki. I don't know about
it's
that
like
one.
The next Azure Lane type set.
Okay, I could see that being good then.
Yeah.
I just got I just pre-ordered like 10 cases of the next the Bunko, the sneaker. No, what is it? Some hot
Nikki.
Anime girl thing. Maybe Nikki. It is. Is it?
Yes. The one Rudy's been talking about?
I honestly don't know. My guy emailed me about it, and I had to like look up what it was.
Dude, I ordered 240 boxes of it.
See, you might know more about this than I do. Oh yeah,
dude, I wouldn't look at how Azure Lane was performing.
Alex comes at me about waifu shit, and I don't even like it, but secretly he's buying it and jerking off.
Dude, again, tell me what Brian did. I don't, dude. Look, I'm an investor. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap about the product. I just went and looked at how Azure Lane was performing. I went and looked at Azure Lane, and I'm like, well, this is going to be as good or better. I'm stocking up. I don't give a crap about the product. I'll be honest.
Be careful with it though, because when I was new, like when I was doing rip and ships 3 years plus.
Oh, I'm not ripping it.
I mean, dude. That stuff's wild. Like Weiss Schwartz, I thought was a sure thing, and I bought all the sneaker bunkos and the Disney 100 and all that, and like people just stopped giving a shit one day on a lot of it, and it's just sitting over here, and I'm selling it for below what I paid. It just depends on the set, just like anything. But it's not as sure. Yeah, it's not as surefire of a thing as I thought it was, and that's why I got out of Weiss. I stopped selling it, or I stopped buying it, I should say. But
I did some research. Weiss sets don't. Yeah, Weiss sets don't always do good. It's just, but like I looked at the other ones where they have those like crazy anime chicks that are half dressed, and I'm like, they all do really well. I'm like, this seems like a home run.
Sex will always sell. That's true.
It just makes sense.
Point. I got burned on Attack on Titan. Like Attack on Titan, the volume 1, each box was selling for like 200 something bucks. I didn't know. I've never even seen Attack on Titan. I don't know anything about it. And so then they did a volume 2, and I'm thinking, okay, well, volume 1's obviously gonna be the best one, but volume 2, like that'll still be a great set in a year or two. I bought like 10 grand of it, which at the time was a lot of money for me. And now I'm still selling them for like $25 a box. Like they're still on my side on clearance.
Dude, I did that with Avatar boxes when 151 came out, and I was grabbing some of those Avatar boxes because it's Avatar.
Yeah.
They were doing really bad in the beginning. That was rough.
Same exact thing. Avatar and Magic the Gathering looks crazy.
Oh, the Final Fantasy coming out. I think it's gonna be pretty cool.
That'll probably be a big thing. I've never played Final Fantasy, but that'll probably be huge for people.
That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be pretty huge.
You grew up never playing Final Fantasy?
Does that? Do you
never played
think?
It. No, you're good, bro.
Do you think they're paying like these companies? like when they did Transformers, Assassin's Creed, do you think they're like paying for the license, or do you think they're just giving them a cut of the product? How do you think that works?
I don't know. I think they pay for the license.
I've always been
I'd
curious
imagine.
about that. Like, are they just giving them a cut, or are they paying them for the license? Like, how does that work?
What do you mean? Like they send the like people who own Final Fantasy a bunch of magic boxes?
No. Like giving them a cut of the money, how much it brings in.
It's probably both.
Or are they paying them prior to use their license? I'm just curious. I really always wondered that, like with Transformers, World of Warcraft. I don't know.
You got to get that Caleb swag on here. He knows all about licensing. He'd answer that question. He does like all the anime collab content. He's a cool guy. He's all tattooed up. Yeah. Caleb. He knows all about like licensing and stuff. He's trying to like be a middleman for licensees and licensors, and he's an interesting guy. He'd probably know the exact numbers.
Yeah, I have no clue. No clue, man. I don't know, Plumber. What's on your mind today, brother?
Me?
You're back home.
You.
No, I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah. What'd you say?
I said, what's on your mind today, man?
I don't know. It's weird. I've been buying a lot of collection boxes. Like a lot.
Because it's the only thing you can find.
Yeah, I've been buying a lot of Sword and Shield collection boxes. Like I bought like a whole bunch of the Infernape boxes. I bought cases of Morpeko boxes. I bought cases of the Mimikyu EX boxes. So anything with Sword and Shield, I just stacking up on collection boxes right now.
I mean, I think Crown Zenith I know I said a couple weeks ago there's no obvious plays. I feel like Crown Zenith has to be the most obvious play this year. Like I don't think there's any way that's not a $10 pack by the end of the year.
I think so.
Wow, $10. That's crazy.
Dude.
I could see that.
I know myself alone, I probably rip like 1,000 to 1,500 of those a week. Packs. Of Crown Zenith alone.
I don't touch it. I have never been able to get more from distro since the ETB reprint like a year ago. Time is weird. The last ETB reprint. It's the last time I got them, and I got 3 cases.
Those were like, oh my God, I was getting those for like 300 in ETB. Holy shit. They were cheap. Remember
Dude,
that?
a case?
I remember we talked and you're like, dude, I got too many. I need to get rid of some of these.
Yeah. They were low, dude.
Yeah, that's the last time distro had any products for Crown Zenith. I forget that set exists because like I don't buy from the secondary market, so I kind of ignore it. But yeah, that I agree. That seems like the play then. I mean, distros don't have anything.
How many packs are you going through? Like, what are you averaging right now with ripping per stream with Crown?
I need to add up. Oh, like per Crown with Crown?
Yeah.
I would say like at least like 200 to 300, I think.
And that's every night with Crown?
Yeah.
Every night?
Every night.
Crown's like the most. Crown is the most sought after set. Like it's Crown, 151, Paldean Fates, and then like it'll be some Scarlet Violet sets like Paldea. SV base is hot because of the Drowsy, but like it's those 3 sets really: 151, Paldean Fates, and Crown.
Is that why Scarlet Violet base is selling like crazy on my store? The stupid Drowsy.
Everyone's chasing the Drowsy.
I was perplexed. I didn't have time to look at why. Like I got tossed these stupid the sleeve cases. I got stuffed with these from distro and I hated them. They sat on my shelf for years, a year plus, and all of a sudden they're just selling like crazy. People want cases of them, and I'm like, why? So thank you for that. Now I know.
They went to like 225 for a case of 144. And
yeah, it's nuts.
Dude, you got some haters in the chat, Brian. Look at this comment. Look at that. He's hating on your tattoos, bro.
I had to read it carefully for a minute. Oh, that's funny shit.
He's hating on the tattoos.
I'm gonna keep getting the very
we're getting haters really dive down now. They're getting deep.
I had to think about that comment for a minute. I'll keep getting my very mid Nebraskan tattoos. I don't have Lambo money.
See, here's what happened. Here's what happened, guys. I'll tell you what happened. Brian's tattoos looked very good. Then he started working out heavy, and it just stretched him out so much with the muscles. So
I got skewed.
Hey,
He just got too stretched out with the growth of the biceps.
That's what it was. Thanks, Alex.
Brian, I actually have a question for you. So
Yeah.
back then, when you were like into this, I remember like, dude, the first time I saw you, we're talking like years ago, was the Vice, and you had like the tag team Dream League. You had all the tag team boxes. Did you keep any of those?
No.
Not one.
Bro, trust me, watching my old videos.
I was watching that
haunts
video,
me.
and I just remember I was like, dude, he must have a lot of the old Japanese tag team stuff, which is insane right now. Because back then, you remember how cheap that was.
You're selling Dream League for like $60.
Yeah.
Now it's 500.
Yeah, and I was like, he had to have saved like a couple boxes, if not a couple cases.
Couldn't. Every dollar I spent churned and burned into the next thing. And like, I'd like to hate myself for that, but every time the distros would offer me a bundle, which was always expensive as shit, I needed the cash. So I did end up netting by selling Dream League for like $90 because of that, I was able to get bundles from the distro, and now I'm getting the amount I'm getting. But trust, when I watch those old videos, it stings badly, especially the tag team.
So much of the tag teams, like so much, man.
There was a time, like a year and a half or two ago, where I looked at the video of my safe with all my tag team and Dream League.
Yeah, like all stars and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And I added it up because I was paying like $35-$40 for each box. And I added it up one day with my wife, and I looked at her and I'm like, babe, we could have just not sold anything this year. If we would have kept this gun safe, we would have came out with more money. I could have kept this gun safe and just didn't do dick for a year, and I would have been more ahead.
Dude, I remember saying that. I remember saying that to people about Fusion Strike and Chilling Reign and stuff, and I got hated for it. Like,
I've heard you say that before.
All the businesses channel, like, they hated. I'm like, dude, you would like. I know people, right, that they hold like over a 6-figure inventory, right? Whether it be like singles, PSA slabs, whatever. And they'll flip it nonstop, and they'll make like 80 grand a year or something. And I'm like, dude, Fusion Strike would have made you over 100 grand a year in profit if you'd have just held it for 2 years instead of, churning and burning, working every day, shipping, buying, making like 80, 90 grand a year. It's just like holding 100K inventory, which you could have just held in Fusion Strike.
Well, I think everyone became too privy to this that like now everybody's holding because they see that it works generation after generation. And I just feel like now you have so many people. It's like the amount of messages I get of people sending me their sealed product. I'm like, holy shit, that many people like have this much to just put away? A lot of people have a case put away. This one guy had more cases than I had of Surging Sparks, just stacked. And I have a lot of cases.
That's impressive.
And I'm like, holy shit, how many people are out here doing this now? And it was the same thing. Like everyone was like, oh, you're never going to make money after X, Y era. Sun and Moon's not going to do good. Sword and Shield's not going to do well. But it's done it every time.
Yeah, and that's why I am holding stuff now. I've got 1 million cases of 151 because that's going to be Dream League in 2 years. So now I've learned. But I'm not, again, like what Alex was saying with the Fusion Strike. I agree with what you said, but you always also say, like, why sell your stuff if you don't have a plan for the money? Like, why are you selling Surging Sparks now if you don't know what you're going to do with the money? If you're a business and you do have a fat load of stuff and you do sell it, like Alex says, you better have a smart place for that money. My place was Southern Hobbies Pockets, where I was kissing their ass for better deals in the future. Like, that was my investment. Like, people invest in the stock market. I was investing in my distro. So it's hard for me to completely regret getting rid of stuff. But now, once you get a certain amount of capital and you don't live lavishly, yeah, you can hold on to
this is what people don't realize. Like, when you came under that heat, like, you came under the distro heat for making those videos.
Yeah, good
it's
stuff.
Like, they don't realize you were doing this for years, and that's why you're getting product.
Yeah, all
they
my
think
Dream
you're
League
just
money
some
went there.
fly-by-night online business that just popped up and just getting product. It's like, no, I was buying it when you guys weren't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. But yeah.
So you say you don't go back to secondary market for English. Do you ever stop buying Japanese? Like, are you buying 151 still to sell?
151, yes. I'm buying less of it now, and I'm charging a little bit more than like market price, like an extra like $5. And I'm
So you
just
just keep buying
buying
the sets on the way up type thing.
I'm buying 130 boxes every 4 to 6 days.
Are we talking about Japanese or English right now?
Japanese.
What are you selling Japanese 151 for right now? Because it jumped a lot.
Way too much. I like 150 or 60 or something. I don't know.
What is that a case? What's 160 times 12?
Let me look. The cases sell for such a premium though. Like a Japanese case for 151, it's way more than just like the boxes times. It's just like English now. Like people collect the cases. So yeah, 160 for a booster box, and the cases I offered for well over a year now, and people stopped caring about them once 151 dropped in price. And so I basically did a last call on a social media post, and I said, okay, I'm done. So now I've got a bunch of cases in my back room, and I'm not selling them for any price. You could offer me $3,000 a case, I'd say no.
Listen to what he just said. The price dropped and people stopped caring. That's what I keep trying to say about this market. Like, why does everyone think Pokemon wants to drop the prices really low? People will stop caring. They want it to stay like this, at least to an extent. Not this crazy, but they don't want $100 boxes.
I do.
I do. I think they're running. I think they're running their business great right now.
Yeah, 151 will be interesting because I know for a fact that there are some Japanese investors that make us English people or us American people look poor. Yeah. Like we look like, you think Rudy from Alpha Investments is big. There are some Japanese players that shit on him, and their 151 collection, it's like nothing you've ever seen. And my only thing that makes me nervous with like sets like that are the MSRP on them is like $40. So it's already a third of what it's like what, like a fourth of what our MSRP is? 4, 8, 12, 16. Yeah. So their MSRP is a fourth of what English MSRP is, which means assumingly their distribution price is also a fourth of what our distribution price is. So their cost basis on their giant wall of 151 cases is theoretically 75% less than what ours is if we buy at market price. So that shit makes me nervous.
I got mine at 55 a box.
55. So
and that was in a case. So like my dollar cost average is 55 a box.
So you did great. You bought it at a fantastic time.
I waited the whole time. I had one case and they were hitting the high price, and I said, dude, they're gonna have to reprint. And as soon as they announced the reprint, it dropped it went like 900, then it went to 500, then it went to 700, and I said, all right, I'm going now. And I bought them when they were around like 6. It was high 6s, and it turned out now I'm in them for 55 a box.
Yeah, you crushed that. Japanese reprints don't lower the price of any of their products anymore. It's the announcement of the reprint that lowers the price because they're holding on to all of it.
Remember Eevee when they said they said there was a potential reprint. Eevee Heroes, one like that. Lost Abyss dropped, and I'm like, this is the time to buy this stuff. Lost Abyss is Lost Origin, but Japanese.
Yeah.
And Paradigm Trigger, I stacked up on all those.
Yeah.
Does Pokey Plumber sell product?
Everyone always asks me that. Sometimes.
Listen to the pain in his voice when he said that.
Sometimes. Everyone's like, do you have a website? No, because some fucking jerk off bought my name and they want money for my name. So I'm not going to pay them.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Dude.
That's fucked.
And I told my father-in-law, because he makes sites. I said, hey, we have to do this. And this was like 2 months ago. And my first YouTube video comes out and he goes to look it up to make my name. He's like, oh, they want $10,000 for your name. I'm like, dude, fuck them. I'm not paying $10,000. I don't care if it's only $10,000. I'm not giving you any money.
I told him just make his company separate from his name.
Yeah, that's kind of an interesting business idea. Just looking at any niche, finding the big players in the niche, and then buying domains with their name.
Yeah,
that's sick and wrong, but that is brilliant.
I love Brian's mind. He always finds the business in it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could do that with literally any niche. Like, go to the Beyblades community and be like, all right, who's the alpha investments of Beyblades? Do they have a website yet? No. It's brilliant. Evil, but brilliant.
Yeah.
I once witnessed Nick actually sell product before, and then the next 3 days I couldn't get a hold of him. He was deathly ill. It was it put him in the hospital because he sold something.
It's hilarious.
That is crazy though. People like Brian, like that's how it works though. Like people just find these like little business strategies out there and they'll do it. And I mean, this is their way of hoping you reach out to them and say, hey, maybe I won't give you 10, but I'll give you 5, you know?
Dude, I won't give you a fucking dollar. I don't care. You're not getting
Homie's watching right now, just like,
yeah.
It's good.
Like, I bet like opossumBud.com doesn't exist yet. I think there's a play there.
Brian, you're gonna see Brian fucking at night buying everyone's name.
There's no way. There's no way. Like robburns.com is not a thing yet. Okay,
Yo, AWP. This is what I did for 20 years. Buy, sell domains. How do you think I paid for 100 Prismatic Evolutions packs?
Was it you?
He's got you, dude.
Dude, I have
he
people
sniped you.
Dude, I feel so bad for like these new people that just find me and they're like, "Oh, when you're gonna make your website?" I'm like, "You motherfucker, was it you?" And they have no idea what I'm talking about.
I tried the domain flipping game actually. When COVID was a new thing, I made a bunch of domains related to COVID, and I thought I could flip them to the government for thousands of dollars. I bought like COVIDcure.com, HealCovid.com, COVID. I bought like 10 of them. And nobody offered me anything, and they all expired.
That's good. That was a good thing.
Brilliant. Yeah, I thought it was smart, but no one gave a shit. So I don't know.
Hey, like when you buy a domain, what are you paying?
It's like $1.
Oh, that's it.
And then it's like $10 a year from that. I mean, it depends on a few factors, but if you do it smart, you can get it for like $1 for the first year, and then if you want to like keep it for 2 years, it's like 10 or $20. They're cheap as shit.
Good.
If you create them.
I fucking spend the $240 this year. $1 from me.
Yeah, it's super cheap. It's a great business to get into if you're like really clever and on trend with things. But apparently I was not, so I did not do that successfully.
So Brian, how is your brother handling this? Like, you know, before you were kind of complaining that it was almost too much to handle. Like, how is he's handling it all alone?
Yeah, Justin, you handle it pretty well, don't you, bro?
Oh, yeah, man, greatest job I've ever had.
Fuck yeah, man, greatest job I ever had. He loves it. He likes packing orders. It's like I realized that the packing, and we're doing way more than we used to. We're doing 15 to 25 a day now, and I realized the packing actually wasn't that bad. Like he does it all day long. But what stressed me out was just all the stuff that I should have been doing while packing. Like I should be on live streams every day. I should be making 3 videos every single day. I should be doing marketing there's so many things I should be doing. And I think while I'm packing, it slows me down. Like the thoughts in my brain of like, why aren't I doing blank? And then it makes me feel like I'm not doing things right.
Is that your goal? You're trying to do 3 videos a day?
Trying to film 3 a day and then schedule them out. And then on days where I can't film at all, then I have a buffer. You know what I mean? So like I have videos scheduled out for next week.
So
I don't have to do
you're putting a video out every day of the year right now?
At least one.
Is it all long format or are you doing shorts too? Like
I'm trying to do long. That's the goal.
So
it might change, but right now that's the goal. I have a week worth of long form content, so I don't have to do anything for a week if I don't want to. And then if like some news breaks tomorrow about something, then I'll schedule and then I'll push it. Yeah.
So it's all just like evergreen type content that like doesn't age?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like it's not on specific things happening in the hobby or market right now?
No. If there is a specific thing, it just goes to the front of the queue.
Interesting.
Yeah. So just make evergreen content, and then when something specific comes up, just move that to the front and push everything back. And that's why like I did a video on the some whatnot scam. I don't remember what it was. The some whatnot scam. I don't know. I did a video on that, and I uploaded it like 4 days later than it needed to be because more pertinent stuff came. I'm like, oh, scams are evergreen, basically. Someone's like, you're way late to this. Rattle already talked about it. I'm like, I don't give a shit what Rattle did. Like, I still got 20,000 views. So you know, I just keep kicking it out further. And if I run out of ideas, then I'll just remake the same videos I made a year ago, and no one will notice. I mean, really, like if you look at like your sub count, it's like if you got 50,000 subs and you made 40 videos when you had 2,000 subs, and most of those people probably are gone already. Just remake the same thing. Did you see my video? I made a video of like a third party view, like just camera angles of me working, and then I had my voice narrating over it.
I'll be honest, those are the ones I don't watch of yours, man. I'm sorry.
Oh well, yeah, they're super non-interesting, and yeah. I'm gonna tell you why.
When I see one of those from you, I'm like, I guess I don't have to watch Brian's video today.
So 7,200 views, so not bad, fine. But it was like this video, like I'm just like working and I'm narrating over it. About. So do you know how I did the script? I didn't. ChatGPT did.
No way.
Yep, and it's good. Like it's actually good. You should watch it just for the lesson.
What do you mean the script? Like
I'm saying.
It speaks in AI in your voice?
No, it's me talking, but the script I wrote the script on ChatGPT.
Oh, and you're like reading it?
Yeah, I'm just reading it. No one knows that. You're getting the sauce, guys, and Nostalgianomics.
Sauce.
You're getting the sauce.
Kind of fucking crazy.
I've done this 5 times now. Wow. Every video you see where I'm working and there's a narrated background, that's AI.
Like that's fucking genius.
That's because business content's so bullshit anyway.
What are you like typing in the chat GPT? Like, I want to talk about bop, and then it just.
Yeah. And I'll say,
I love how he just says this content's so bullshit anyway.
Business
As there's like multiple of his people that watch his content in the chat right now. There's 700 people right now listening to you say your content's bullshit.
You know who loves Brian? Great and Never Faded. Other Brian. And he's like, dude, he's such a genius. And Brian's smart. Our buddy Great and Never Faded. He's really smart. But dude, he loves it all.
I appreciate that. Well, there you go.
All bullshit.
I mean, Brian's kind of smart. He's not smart enough to hop on a live stream with us, but he's okay.
Now the videos where I'm talking directly to the camera, I make all that up on the spot. There's no script even I write. But the ones with the narration, that's just if I'm like feeling like if I'm a little low, I'll just write, hey, I'm a Pokemon business YouTuber. It knows that now. I don't have to type that in anymore. I pay the premium ChatGPT. So I'm just like, hey, I want to make a video about the importance of staying consistent. That was the theme of the video. Staying consistent to build an e-commerce business. Make some specific points about Pokemon. Make it 5 to 10 minutes long. And also give me a clickbait title to use. And so it just does all of it. And then as I'm reading the script, I'll punch in a couple sentences here and there. Like the script was like, oh yeah, for an e-commerce business, trust is really important. So get in front of them. And then I'll add in, because of you've seen all the whatnot scams, so trust is important. I'll add in little tidbits. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, AI does most of the work. And that's when I'm feeling really uncreative or if I'm rushed.
So what I'm realizing is like my videos, like the more clickbaity the title, the more views. Is that what everybody's doing? They're doing like clickbait titles?
Yeah. Yeah, you kind of have to.
ChatGPT will write on. Oh, the market's doomed, and now it's like. I'm like,
well, you know what's great too? It's a really good judge of like who actually watches your videos. Because like my one from yesterday, right, where I had like the crypto charts and said like about to crash. There were people that came in the video and literally said like, "It's not about the crash. You don't know what you're talking about. This stuff." And I'm like, dude, I literally didn't say it one time during the video. Actually, by the end, I was talking about all the positives right now. And it's just, it really weeds out the people who are not even watching and just coming, commenting, and leaving.
So true.
Yeah, but they're in my algorithm. So yeah.
Dude, if they click on that video and they leave the comment, the thumbnail, the title, it did everything it's meant to do.
Yeah, agreed.
So I feel like Alex Nostalgianomics is a piece of shit and not even talk about you once, and then everyone will click it.
Dude, I told you that was the first video you should have done, but you can do it now. It's a little played out now, but you should have done that. I told you to.
Yeah, market saturated.
That was the meta on YouTube last week.
Yeah.
I'm
actually using you in my next video, Alex.
I was waiting for you to actually like send me a text like, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna play into it. I'm gonna make one. You cool with that?"
You're literally in my thumbnail on my tomorrow's upload. I'm not even kidding.
Dude, nice. Alex is in a lot of people's thumbnails nowadays.
He's really useful for thumbnails. People love you.
He's really useful.
I've seen you in like the past 2 weeks and probably like 6 or 7 thumbnails.
Yeah, because people love him or hate him. It's great. You're not a middle of the road guy at all, which is exactly how I want to be.
Yeah.
I strive for that. Like, it's great.
You know what's funny though? I think I've actually talked to a couple of friends about this. I feel like I wouldn't be seen as that polarizing if it wasn't Pokemon. Like if this was like a regular like business industry, like regular finance industry, I feel like the things I say are pretty obvious, pretty like, agreed upon. But because it's Pokemon, you have so many like immature people in this space, it really like hits them hard when I say some of these like obvious things in life. And so I think that's what it has to do.
Alex just called the community immature, canceled, Reddit, docs.
Well, no one in here is. It's the Redditors, the Twitters, the people who, just want to like the casual hobbyists, I guess you could call them, that they're just like upset when things cost more than $1,
Yeah, that's a good point though. Yeah, what you say is pretty sound. It's just
it's the wrong space for it. I mean, it's not the wrong space. It's just in this space, you're gonna definitely feel the wrath.
Yeah, it's a pretty emotional space overall.
Yeah.
I don't know why people don't hate me more, honestly.
What do you do to be hated?
I don't know. I'm pretty blunt too, but somehow I get away with it.
Remember that video I sent you?
Hmm.
That the video where it was just like it was like good and evil, and it had you and me.
Oh yeah, dude, that video. Did you watch it?
I watched a little bit. He was hard to watch.
Yeah, it was something.
Yeah, someone posted a thumbnail of like me and Brian, and Brian was like the angel, and I was the devil.
That was content right there. I shared that with all of my friends. It was pretty funny. They got a kick out of it.
What did they say? What were they saying?
It was the smaller guy. He wasn't really that good of a speaker. I don't know.
You need to send Plumber the link.
He just kind of started glazing Brian. He really didn't even get to hating on me till like I didn't really get to that point.
He hated on you. I think maybe at the very end. I don't know. It took a while though, for sure.
It wasn't like a bad video. Like he wasn't like going crazy on me or nothing.
No. Great thumbnail though. I'll give him credit on that.
Hey, it goes right to what Nick was just saying, dude. He got me to click.
Yeah, he got me to click, and I shared it with multiple people. Alex shared it with me. So he got a share, he got a click, he got other views, more shares. Honestly, there you go. That's brilliant.
All about the thumbnail, baby.
So I've actually been looking. I saw someone in the comments said they don't even look at the title. And so a couple days ago, I was actually chilling, watching YouTube on my TV. And I caught myself, and I'm like, I don't actually look at the title of any video I watch. Not a single one. I look at the thumbnail, and that's it. I look at the thumbnail and the name of the person who made the video. And then, because I noticed, I'm like, I'm going to start reading the titles and see if I like get more information. So I consciously read the titles on my TV. And then that's when I realized, oh, I never do this. This is new. So look at what you do and kind of base your decision on that. But I don't read the titles.
Interesting.
Yeah. Just the picture.
Pictures are important. They're worth 1,000 words. You can't fit 1,000 words in a title.
Sure, you're not supposed to. At least that's what the gurus will say. 7 to 8 words is what I've heard.
So I should incorporate like my title with my thumbnail, pretty much.
Yeah, and then you do you
don't you?
the beta thing, like the 3 thumbnail test thing? Does everyone have that?
I don't use it. You can here tell Nick about it. He might like it.
Oh, bro, you got to use it. It's good.
What is it?
So you can upload 3 thumbnails now on a video, and then the YouTube will show all 3 thumbnails randomly, and then whichever one gets clicked on the most, the 2 that get clicked on the most, then it'll verse those 2 against each other, and then whichever one of those 2 is clicked on the most, that'll be the thumbnail that shows up to everybody.
How do I use this?
It's when you upload a video, when you choose the thumbnail.
Yeah.
There's like upload a thumbnail, let YouTube choose the thumbnail for me.
You can choose multiple thumbnails?
Yeah, so there's a third. It's beta, I think. I don't think everyone
you have to make them.
You make the thumbnail.
I know I make them, yeah.
It'll say test. It's like upload a thumbnail, let YouTube pick a frame in the video, and then test. And if you click test, it lets you do 3 thumbnails. So I do like usually two pictures of me, maybe just one, and I just put different clickbaity words up. Or maybe I'll put like a screenshot of something versus something else. And you try to make them like, in my opinion, I try to make 2 that are very different from each other, and then one that's a slight variation of one of the 2 that I like more. So I don't know if there's any science to that, but it runs the test for like a couple days maybe, and then it shows you the results. So you can go in there in your video analytics, and you can click on the thumbnail test results, and it'll say this thumbnail generated 40% click-through rate, this one.
Then I'll know how to make them more.
Exactly. It's not only great for the video, but it teaches you what works.
Yes, exactly. Like, what do you when you make your thumbnail? What are you using?
Canva.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And that's what, like, Alex, you should use it not just for the video, but just for your own lesson.
I'm learning.
You can be like, what works
now. It's kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like Nostalgianomics, but the reason people don't like him, he's a stereotypical Jewish shyster character.
Wow,
not even Jewish though.
That's a bar. Damn.
You cannot talk about the Jews, dude.
I'm not. I'm just reading a comment.
We'll all be canceled tomorrow.
I'm just reading. I can't read a comment now.
Nope.
No. Stop. Hey, no. Trump's in office. You can read words again.
If Cool Trainer Ryan can't read a comment, you can't either.
No, you know what? You can read words again. We're not gonna lose our minds. It's okay.
I'll be right back. Quick bathroom break. I'm not.
No, he doesn't get the ban hammer. I'm not banning him. That's a good comment. I like it. I like those comments.
Do you stay away from politics or religion?
Well, no, we do that on your channel. This is my channel. We go head first into it.
Fuck, shit, piss, fuck.
Oh, dude, so what happened? How did you schedule a job on stream day like that again?
I've been on this job for 4 days.
Oh my gosh. Just a million things going wrong.
And it's because no one showed up on this job today when they were supposed to. So that's what took so long.
Are they going to get the ban hammer from their job?
No. I need them.
Damn, they got you, man. The inmates around the asylum.
Plumbers are the most unreliable people ever.
Sorry to hear, brother.
It is what it is, man.
So just buying the collection boxes right now, huh?
Yeah, but the thing is also they were there all day yesterday working when I wasn't there. So it's like there was 2 guys there yesterday, but I couldn't make it because I was with the baby. So,
yeah.
But they didn't get as much done as I'd like.
It happens. It happens.
It does. I'm not complaining. It is what it is.
So I'm guessing since you're here, you didn't fly out to LA for Collecticon.
No, dude. With everything happening on planes, last time I flew out to LA, we almost fucking died. I told you that story, right?
No.
I never told you what happened.
No, what are you talking about?
All right, so JC Collectibles and I, we're going to Collecticon. This is in August, like the day before my birthday. So we're flying out there, and they come on the announcement, and they're like, "Oh, we're expecting, a couple issues. Please make sure you're seated. Put your seatbelts on." All right. 5 minutes later, please don't be alarmed at all the ambulance and fire trucks when we land. Everything's under control. 2 minutes later, please strap your seatbelt as tight as you can and embrace for impact. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I text my wife. I'm like, dude, I love you. Like, I'm like, I'm going to sit here and die with fucking all this money and Pokemon cards between my legs. That's literally what.
Would you want it any other way?
Yeah, I guess. So, dude, it's like, I guess the front landing gear broke or something. Because when we landed, you know how like you go like 300 yards after you land? Bro, we went like 300 feet. It went doom and you felt boom. And I guess they had like put a wire and catch it. So the fucking plane hits and we literally got out on the runway.
Did you get like whiplash from it?
I mean, it was just like boom, boom, And so that's
crazy.
They had like a bus or shuttle pick us up like right on the runway. Like we're driving as planes are taking off 50 feet away from us. It was like vroom, so it was so loud. And dude, Justin was like seeing like if we could get money for it, and they wouldn't even acknowledge it. And they were like, we don't have anything that said we had any issues that night. Like they were denying any of that happened. Alaska Airlines. Yeah, and that was the first and last time I ever flew with Alaska. I flew. He was like Alaska. I was like, "What's Alaska?" He's like, "Dude," he's like, "It's cheaper, it's good," and never again. And now you're seeing like planes landing upside down, engines blowing in the middle of the flight.
Were you opening packs in your seat?
No, I had all my slabs. That's when I was like, I'm gonna convert all these slabs to sealed. So I had like big money slabs with me, and it was horrible. One of the worst experiences ever.
Damn, that's crazy, dude. Yeah. I mean, hey, I drove to New Jersey last time, so you know how I am with planes.
Yeah, I drove to Chicago. I don't know. I don't like flying anymore after that. Dude, that kind of fucked me up.
What about you, Brian? Do you fly out to these Collecticons or do you drive?
Oh God, I'm in Omaha, Nebraska. I tried to fly to Kansas City.
Oh,
I hate driving. Yeah,
and you grew up in the Midwest, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, usually Midwest people are drivers.
Oh, dude, I can't. No, I hate driving. I don't even like driving down the street. It's a horrible experience.
Down the street.
Oh yeah, I know. I sent my cousin to get my mail because I don't like to drive down there. That's horrible. Like getting in a car and sitting there. I'd rather be in a plane and playing
You
stuff
don't have a mailbox?
No, we have like a cluster box. It's like all the people in the same street have like a centralized thing.
Gotcha.
You could walk there if you're ambitious, but I lack ambition in most things that don't make me money. If I'm being honest. But no, LA Collecticon's this weekend, isn't it?
Yep.
I wanted to go, but I was like, maybe next time.
LA's a good con. I had a lot of fun in LA. I hear Texas is really good too. I hear Texas, New Jersey, LA. Those are like the ones you want to be at.
My problem is like I can't.
Chicago's all right.
Yeah, my
Texas
problem's like
good.
I'm not going unless I make a vacation out of it. Like I'm not flying out for 2 days. It's too stupid.
Well, we did that for Chicago.
No, I drove.
Oh yeah, you did.
It's only a 4-hour drive for me. It's like, well, like I'm not gonna fly halfway across the country and not enjoy it a little bit. I'm not gonna fly for a Friday, Saturday, come back Sunday. You know.
Well, that's
bro, it's worth it though, dude.
California.
Why? I've been to so many Collecticons. What's so worth it at LA Collecticon that isn't at all the other ones?
24/7 for 3 days straight. I was standing there. I was so tired that I was falling asleep. I was blurred. It was blurred vision. But we were up all night just having a blast for not 3 days in a row. It was insane.
Yeah, if you play it right. Like at the Atlanta one I just went to, I went out with some people. Like some people met me at dinner and whatnot. And then like I'll be on the Pawn Stars podcast now. If I wouldn't have gone, like Chumley wouldn't have been like, yo, I like your shit. Like come fly down to Vegas sometime. Like you just find opportunities. Yeah, and like that right there paid for my whole trip.
Dude, and that's the thing. That's why I love cons, because you network so much and you meet so many people like face to face. Like the networking's my favorite part. You just meet so many people. I had a lot of fun because you're hanging out with like everybody, and everybody's together just hanging out, having a good time. And that's what's fun with me about cons. It's more about the networking.
Hey, this guy left this comment a couple times. Plumber asked PokeNE how he ships those sea and sky boxes without getting fooked. My bad, Pokey Painter. You told me not to pay no more for the ban on YouTube.
Wait, is that the Pokey Painter saying that?
Yeah, I guess. Or maybe I guess he's the one that shipped you the sea and skies that got damaged.
Yeah, they got fucking trashed.
I can't get sea and skies. That was never a thing that like my distros offered, but I know how big they are. I think they're like 27 inches long.
Paid extra for shipping and everything, and they got fucked.
Yeah, you need the 29 by 17 by 5 box at Uline, and then you need like a shitload of that big bubble wrap, which is expensive.
I'll take a pack.
You gotta do the corners. That's the thing. It's not the edges that get damaged. It's always the fucking corners.
It's the goddamn corners.
Tell you what, just sell them to me. You can get new ones.
Honestly, buy the packs. I could never get Sea and Sky though. Like Southern and my other they never had that. So
dude, I paid a lot for them. I paid $88 per after shipping.
What's the MSRP on them? Like $50, $60?
I think, what is it, 40?
Oh, it's like cheap.
Yeah, it's like
I have no clue.
I'm so out of the loop on things that I can't touch.
I'm not a person that goes to stores. Like I'm kind of like Brian. I'm like really unambitious about that. Like, honestly, my wife does the grocery shopping a lot of the time. I don't go in any stores. I don't look for any product. I don't know what anything costs at store. I really don't know.
Brian,
I'm out of touch.
What are you gonna do, right, with everything it's drying up so fast? Because I've been thinking about this while we're talking. Like you never buy product from the outside, right?
Right.
So what if you look at a lot of these distros right now, they don't have that much product.
They don't have any.
So what do you do if you don't get that? If you after this journey together, what do you do?
Well, that's why I do multiple languages. It keeps me going until the next set. So like a lot of people that just do English, for example,
they're cooked.
They are because their next set that comes out is Journey Together, and that is the end of March. That's a long ass time. I get Heatwave Arena March 15th. So every 2 weeks there's something else. And then the next set, the Destined Rivals, the Team Rocket set comes out in like mid-May. Mm-hmm. I'm not waiting till May to get the next set. I'm waiting till April 14th for Team Rocket in Japan. And then between Japanese and English, that's the Korean release. So the Korean Battle Partners, I think, is going to come out very soon. And then the Korean Heatwave Arena will come out slightly before the next Destined Rivals. So like you just have to, make it
One
work.
thing I love about your business, dude, is that like, and this is what I think a lot of people need to really study and understand is I think too many people in the industry try to do too many different things. They want to have their hands in everything, right? They want to do bulk. They want to PSA grade cards. They want to buy and sell single collections. They want to do sealed. It's like, I like how you stuck and you say, I am a sealed business. It may be every different language under the sun, but it's going to be sealed business, where I think a lot of people try to do too much when they try to grow.
You know why that is?
Why?
Because of all the business porn on YouTube that they mentally masturbate to. 7 sources of income. The millionaire 7 sources of income bullshit. People don't realize that that's not how millionaires started. That's how they continue being millionaires. Like, people all think they need 7 sources of income. I was one of these people, by the way. In like college, I was like, oh, I need 7 sources because all millionaires have 7 sources of income on average. And that might be true. They might have 7 sources of income, but that's not how they got started. They got started with one thing. And then once they scaled that to a point where it was self-sustaining, they started another thing. And they did that until they were 50 or 60 years old. And then it's happened to be about 7. So yeah, you're absolutely right. Stick with one thing. Like, if Justin continues doing what he's doing, my employee for the new people here, and I get like one more full-timer, and then we move out of this basement, and we do that for 2 to 5 more years, depending on how the markets are, then I will start another business. And then I will have 2. But like, until then, yeah, you're absolutely right. Stick with one thing.
Yeah. I mean, it's just like, I don't know. I feel like you said, it's like when you're doing too many things, I feel like you never do anything great. You're always doing everything good. And when you're doing things good, there's going to be someone else in that niche that comes along and does it great and surpasses you, right? It's like Mark Cuban. I don't like a lot of what he says. One thing he always says is like, business is 24/7 sport, and there's someone out there always looking to kick your ass. And that's how I feel. Like, you feel it, especially like in our space, all of us, like on content and business, like you can feel it. Someone's always looking to kick your ass, right? Someone's always on you. And it's like, you have to always keep ahead of the competition. And, trying to do too many things all good, you're going to get passed by the people who are just like zoning in on a few things.
100%. Alex Hormozy says that all the time. He's like, stick with one thing. And he's a good business YouTuber. But yeah, I'm a killer. I look at anyone I respect and I'm like, I'm going to beat you. Like right now, I'm trying to get more numbers than every Danny Phantom video. I check on his numbers every single day. I love him, by the way. He has been amazing to me. And I watch all his content because I like him. But he's my next target. I targeted every single person with less subscribers than me. I watched every single one of their videos, looked at how many views they got, compared it to their subscribers, kept it in Excel, and kept on going. And I want to destroy everybody.
Dude, it's like sports, right? Like in sports, you wear a jersey, right? So I remember my coach used to say to us, like, you're wearing number 4. Make sure you do better than that number 4. And if everybody does that, we'll win every game. So that would be my competition. And like wrestling, it was always one-on-one. And I love that because the pressure's only on you. You can't blame anyone if you lose that wrestling match. And that used to be my favorite. So I try to, like, with business, with Pokemon, like when I remember the first time I saw Pokerep's collection, we're talking like years ago. I was like, dude, I gotta have a collection bigger. And it was like, I wasn't jealous. It just tried me to be better every time. And I was like, I gotta buy more. I gotta get this. I gotta work harder so I can afford this. So that's how my mindset's always been. It's been a competition, and you want to go out there and you just want to dominate and get better and better. Like that's what I always try for, to get better.
Yeah, we're the people that Alex is talking about that are like always breathing down the neck. It's fun. It's not jealousy either. It's not anger. It's just like
it's
competition.
Competition, man. And that's healthy. It's healthy competition.
I get all my inspiration from Kendrick Lamar before the Drake stuff, but like like the people he respected the most, he'd call them out. And that's how he started. Like
before the Drake stuff and the Super Bowl performance.
Before all that, like his the people in the comments will know this, the control verse. If you're a rap fan, you know about the control verse. It's when he called a bunch of people out he respected, and then they all went back at him, and then it kind of reinvigorated rap for like a good year and a half. And I heard that, and I'm like, man, he just called out all his homies and called them nothing just to get them to do something more. The control verse is great.
I like it, man.
Yeah, it's great.
No, that's good stuff.
How big of a dweeb were you in high school? That's a great comment. Your comment section's amazing. I was a huge dweeb.
Nicest guy in Pokemon. He literally hates you and just wants money.
Is he talking about me?
I don't know.
Nailed it.
Oh, that's good. I love it. No, I mean, yeah, it's honestly like that's what I see when I see people. It's just like, I don't look at people like ahead of me. It's like I want to be them. I look at it like I want to beat them.
Yeah.
Like that's how I see it. Like, oh, they're doing that. Well, I'll find a way to do it better. Like I'll find a way to beat that number. I'll just do this. And you might never get there, right? But like that's like the mindset you got to have. It can't be like, oh man, they're doing this. Like it'd be so cool to like, be like them or get them on the channel. It's like, no, I want to beat them. I want to get to the point where they're asking me to be on their channel. You know what I'm saying? That's how I am with it.
We were talking about clickbaity thumbnails and titles a little bit ago. Did you see my Alpha Investments one? How I'm gonna beat Rudy?
I loved it.
That pissed so many people off. They're like, how could you even say that? Like, how is that even possible? Oh
and those are the people that we talked about that come in, don't even watch the video and comment immediately.
Exactly.
You're not Rudy. Dude, you know me. I get that every video. You're not Rudy. Stop trying to be Rudy.
I think there genuinely is a formula to be as big as he is, though. And outlined it pretty well.
Withstand the storms when it gets dark. That's the most challenging aspect.
Yeah, and not only withstand it, but go harder in that time than you would normally.
Ever.
Yep. If you make I'll make a shitload of money this year, and instead of buying a Lambo, like I joke about, I'm gonna throw every single dollar into the shittiest Generation 10 set out there.
It's not a bad idea, though.
Literally the formula. That's what I talked about in the video, because that's what Rudy did.
Yeah.
He took all his money and he put it into the worst shit that no one wanted, knowing that they'll want it.
Paradox, like he was freaking going crazy. Like,
and here's the infinite money glitch. Here's where it gets freaking wild. So, say I buy 10 pallets of the Generation 10 set that no one likes, right? It's going to go up because it's sealed and it's Pokemon. And so in 2 years, now I doubled my money on that. Not only do I double my money on something no one wanted, but I also kissed the distributor's ass by buying it. And now on the shit that people actually want, the distro's like, oh, Brian bought Gen 10 number 4. We'll give him Gen 11 number 3 that everyone wants. Gen 11 number 3 will be the Evolving Skies of Generation 11. So now I get more Gen 11 number 3 than any of my competition. I make a shitload on that. You do that same exact thing for 3 or 4 market cycles. By the time I'm 50 years old, infinite. It's an infinite money glitch.
Yeah, but haven't you heard Pokemon's going to 0 and everything's just manipulated?
But that's why I'm such a little bitch and I complain all the time, because I'm that guy. I love it when it's $80. I love when fucking Killing Rain is hated by everybody. Like, that's my favorite time.
I'm stoked for it.
Yeah, like I love everyone's like, well, why don't you sell it and take your profits? No. It sounds insane, but it's like, I need that dip. Like, yes. And everyone's like, what, you can't afford the $1,200 cases? I don't want to pay $200 a box. I don't. Right. Like,
right.
Maybe I'll buy a couple that enjoy to rip. I always do that. And they're like dollar cost average. I understand that. But if I just listened to everyone and bought all that 151 when it first came out in Japanese and it was through the roof, it just made so much sense. Like, I had the patience, and when Pokemon's going to do a reprint on stuff and when they're not. And I don't know. I can't wait for that dip. It's not that I can't afford this stuff. It's just when it hits that dip, I'm buying more than anyone is willing to. Like, I love the dark days, and that's when I'm fucking taking all that money that I held out on, and I'm just putting it all in. And
then Brian, you probably can go along with this too. It's just like, that's why I'm grinding so hard right now. It's because, like, I know those days will eventually come. And like Nick could tell me all the time, he's like, dude, you need to take a break for yourself one time. And I'm just like, dude, like, I'll have time to take a break when those days come again and people aren't as crazy as they are.
About the person, dude. The one day I was talking to you, you were like manic. You were fucking losing it. And I was like, dude, you got to calm down a little bit. And it's just like, that's the thing, is when I started my plumbing company, I was working 10 days a week, if that makes sense. There was really no off day. I was going to.
So you know how it is.
Yeah, I know how it is, and I was losing it a little bit. But there was an unhealthy period where out of 3 months, I took off one day, and it was because I was sick, and that's when I was building my house and doing all my jobs. But it like mentally, I wasn't right. And the one night I was talking to you, I was like, dude, you got to settle a little bit. You know,
But then I talked to Brian. And he's like, "No, dude, you got to ramp it up to the next level. You're still not there yet."
I think you can be mentally unhealthy and risk the end of your life for a year, and you'll come out pretty okay. I'm being dead ass serious. Like,
oh, is that it?
Yeah, I think so. Genuinely, I think you can definitely be mentally unwell for a whole year, and as long as you know when to stop, you'll be good. And this is the year to be mentally unwell. This is the year where you get a little bit more floozy on your bipolar medication, so you stay manic for multiple days in a row and don't sleep, and then you can do more marketing and build an email list, and then in 5 years on the next boom, you're set for life.
It's never just a year. So all right, my dad,
Could be.
I have a great dad, but it was like that for my brother's whole life, right? So now my brothers resent my dad. Like my dad he was creating a kingdom for himself and for them and all that stuff. Like I grew up poor. I'm different than my brothers. They got to see the success when they were in college. I'm the oldest out of, 4 boys, but they resent him for working so hard, and it messed up so many relationships. I have 3 kids. And my dad saw me working every day, where one night he called me and he's like, no money can get back anytime. And that's like, Alex is like, you're not working because I'm spending time with my son because I don't want to miss out on those moments.
Dude, don't put that on me.
That's shit all the time. When I'm sitting there with my son playing Fortnite, you're like, I don't get to play video games. And it's because I put in 4 years of chaos to get to where I'm at.
Hold on. No, I'm not going to let you do this.
Go ahead.
And I also say, that's what I would be doing too.
Yeah.
And what I always say is he gets on me and I'm like, dude, I'm so far behind where you are. Like I have to grind to get to that point. I said, if I was in your shoes, I'd be doing the same thing, but I can't.
If you don't have a kid, I think you should be working 100 hours a week.
Oh, 1,000 hours a week. Fuck it.
Or more. Yeah. Like, if you don't have a kid, I one day I would love to. But by then I want to be able to buy whatever Power Wheel that kid wants in every color.
That's it. Like I didn't get to get that when I was growing up, so I want to do that for my kids.
Yeah,
that's the thing. Like my son, he just turned 8 months recently, and it happened like this. And he's doing he's huge now. That's a Pokey baby.
That's amazing.
I can't even tell you. I've been spending so much time with him, and it's been the best thing ever. And it's like all that blood, sweat, tears, stress, the fucking little gray hairs I have. Like it was worth it because now I get to take a breath and spend some time with him. And that's why I went through the manic stage. And it's like, dude, I lost weight. I wasn't going to the gym. You have to try to find that balance where you can still eat 3 meals a day, because there were times I was eating 1 meal a day if I was lucky, because I'm just working nonstop, customer to customer to customer, right? And then dealing with employees that are fucking alcoholics, not showing up for work, and this that. So now you're taking on that on top of it. Then you have a customer complaining about this, and I fucking hated it so much, that stress on a daily basis. But now I slowed down a little bit to smell the flowers, I guess. And it's like Pokemon did go up, so yeah, I could liquidate some of that and do this with it. So that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to smell the roses. But I understand where Alex is, that you have to take advantage of a market like this, because the market is hot right now. If I'm sitting here saying I don't really want to buy, the market's really hot right now.
Well, I just know I will. You'll be kicking yourself in let's say a year and a half, 2 years, and everything's back to 2022 again, right after the boom. And it's hard to move things again. You're going to be kicking yourself saying, why didn't I just work a little harder when times were good? I feel like I'll be telling myself that if I don't.
No, I will add to that. Yes, you and me, we don't have kids and we can work as many hours as we want, and we should, because the market's hot. But the thing that you should be doing, I think, honestly, Alex, I think you should work 20 hours a week less than you do, and take that 20 hours a week and use that to think about how you can scale this when people don't give a shit about rip and ships. Because you could make $1 million in profit this year. I mean, theoretically. But in 3 or 4 years, when people are just buying stuff like normal human beings do, no one's doing a rip and ship for Barbies or Hot Wheels. Maybe they are. Who the fuck knows? But when people just buy Pokemon,
I don't know. I think I saw that Barbie rip and ship on OnlyFans, dude.
because right now, I can work 100 hours a week or whatever, and Pokey Plumber's example of, when you have kids, you can't do that anymore. What I'm working on is like the scalability portion of it, where I don't have to do orders now. I've got someone for that.
Like you said before, it's so hard relying on people because they don't look at like my baby, my business. That's my baby, but they're not going to treat it like their baby, no matter how much you're paying.
They're not.
And I pay them, and it's like no one has that mentality that like when I walk in a customer's house, I have booties on. I'm respectful of them. I make the house cleaner than when I leave the house cleaner than when I got there. Like those are my principles, and I've always lived by that. And it sucks for me because I could never find someone that would treat it that way. If I found someone that way, my life would have been, completely different. But I just cared so much about the name and the reputation and getting nothing but 5-star reviews that I gave it my 110%.
Yeah. I think it's harder in the service industry to scale because you have to rely on humans. Mm-hmm. Like, because you're right, like my brother and anyone else I hire, they won't give a shit nearly as much as I do about this, but they really don't have to because all they have to do is put stuff in a box and put bubble wrap on top.
Yeah, you know what I mean? About pipe exploding.
Yeah, you got a million other things.
Yeah,
it's skilled labor compared to just labor.
But for Nostalgianomics needs a sealed site because people eventually are not going to give a shit, and you'll be fine because you made a shitload of money in 2025, 2026. But imagine if you invested.
Brian's always shitting on my business.
I helped you start. I inspired you to start this thing. I love
always shitting on my business.
I'm just saying, man. At some point, people are gonna stop giving a shit. And if you just
freaking MetaZoo'd me, dude. You just straight called an end to my business, and you put a time frame on it.
I'm telling you, dude. People are gonna stop caring at some point. Or you just don't want to do it anymore. People still care about ripping ships now. Obviously, it's bigger than ever. I got tired of it. I got exhausted. And there's a video. It went viral in our little fake community of Pokemon cards of a guy falling asleep doing a Whatnot stream. Like he was like open.
I think I heard about that. Yeah, so I never seen it.
People are giving him shit. They're saying he's on drugs and blah blah blah. I'm like, literally, I did that.
What?
Yeah, on Twitch. I fell asleep while I was streaming. Seriously. If there's any of my OG fans in here, they'll say they were there.
I think I keep my energy up too high to fall asleep ever.
Okay, well, in my defense, I had a full-time job on top of that, so I was exhausted. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, it gets exhausting. For sure.
It takes me like an hour and a half to get to bed afterwards because I'm still so like hyped.
Yeah, your adrenaline's going.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, your streams are extremely entertaining. Like you do a fantastic job, but when you're like 47, you're probably not going to be wanting to do that. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like for real. Like when you're 47, you're not going to be doing that.
When I'm 47, I probably won't want to work anymore. But
yeah, you will. You're way too ambitious not to want to work.
No, dude, he doesn't. I'm telling you, the conversations we have, he would retire tomorrow if he could. He wants to go golf, live on a beach.
Not live on a beach, maybe, but I would like to golf.
Have a Key West house and just relax.
Oh well, I mean,
it doesn't have really that good of a beach though.
I think if I got to the point where Brian is, maybe it'd be different. Where I had like a legitimate life out of like just working all day every day. Maybe
I don't have a legitimate. This is all I do.
But you said you got everything running for you now.
I do, but then I make YouTube. I don't do anything.
But making a YouTube video a day isn't that bad.
He's making 3 videos a day. 3.
Yeah.
3
and I'm looking into other businesses. Like all I do for fun is make money. If I can't make money out of it, it's not fun for me. And then I see my friends and we do our own thing. But like as far as activities, I hate golf. I don't care about the beach. I don't like outside. I don't like sports.
I don't like outside.
I don't like sports. I don't like video games.
That's a lie though. That's a lie right there. You said you want to get a house with a big pool.
Andrea wants a pool.
So you obviously like swimming a little bit.
Dude,
I hate swimming.
I had to put so much money into my pool when we were
my wife just got here.
It blew, the motor blew. Dude, you do not want a pool. Then you got to make sure the salt water levels are right. It's all fucking extra time.
It sounds like a lot, but no, literally, if Andrea comes down, I will put her on the mic. 2 or 3 days ago, I was depressed because I realized the only thing I like to do is make money. And we're at Chinese food, and she's like, well, we just need to get you a hobby. And we've had this talk. And I spent 6 hours trying to find a video game, an anime, or a TV show to consume. We went to Target, and we looked at the Nintendo Switch aisle, and we couldn't find anything I wanted. So then we went to
Ball.
the PlayStation aisle. I don't care about Dragon Ball.
No.
And I was like, maybe I should just buy a PlayStation 5. Like, this game looks kind of interesting. I looked up a review and I'm like, I'll just Google the end of it. And I did. I'm like, oh, cool. That's how I am. There's a Netflix show that I was interested in. And I was like, fuck this. I got on ChatGPT. I asked how it ended. I read it for like 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, that sounds like it would have been pretty good. I am sick, Alex. You don't understand. I am sick and I have no fun outside of this.
I love it.
I hope she comes down because everyone's like, oh, he's exaggerating. No.
Well, hey, that's why I tell everyone that asks me that I'm like, dude, I go, no, I can't compete. You can't compete with Brian. They're like, how do you think PokeNE got to? I'm like, I go, no. I go, the answer is no. You can't get to Brian's level. Like,
I'm mentally ill.
So you have no fun with this hobby, with talking about it, making these videos. Like there's got to be a fun aspect because you're doing it, right? Like,
who are you talking to?
This.
Brian.
No, this is fantastic. I love this. I'm saying anything outside of this business world, I don't care. Like you were telling beach and golf and blah, 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 blah. I'll never retire because none of that sounds appealing at all. This is fun.
I think I have a different perspective because like after I sold my first company, my lawn care landscaping company, I did take like almost a year off. And so like people that like don't, I've experienced it. Like I've experienced not having a schedule and responsibilities for like a year. And I can say like you definitely like fall into a new routine. You definitely find like a new like kind of I guess life to live, I would say.
That must be really nice.
Yeah, it
Like,
was.
it
Sounds
very
but unfortunately,
healthy.
I didn't sell a business for like millions of dollars. It was only like a few $100,000, so a couple $100,000. So
I mean, that's still fantastic. Like that's life-changing money. I don't know. It's funny.
It is what it is.
Could be if you use it right.
But no, man, it's just like I don't know. Like if it was more manageable, where it was like wasn't as much of like a like how it is, like a 14, 16-hour a day grind. It'd probably be a little different.
I just don't know what else people do for fun. Truly, I don't find any happiness in anything else.
You don't like any sports or anything?
No.
The
older I get, the older I get, the less I care. Like I don't think I'm a very happy person outside of like the business world. Like it's sad, but like truly, I don't know how people find joy in most things.
Interesting.
Yeah, content's fun. I'm having a blast. This is the greatest year of ever because there's always something to do.
See,
But
I'm very lucky. Like my fun like has turned into like my kids. Like my kids, like I'm tired every day. That's why I have black bags under my eyes because my son is teething and he doesn't sleep anymore. I get like 4 hours, maybe 5 if I'm lucky. But like, dude, no matter how tired I am, because there was like moments where like I'm not always up here, but like when that little fucking thing looks at me and smiles, I'm like, oh, it's so fucking worth it, and that like fills my heart up because like, dude, I've been in where I'm just always work mode. And I'm telling you, dude, it was always work mode, not giving enough attention to my wife, my family. But it was like, for me, the kids really put it together. And then Pokemon for me, that's why I think I stay so far away from the Pokemon business aspect. Because to me, it's still fun. Networking is still fun. Having conversation with you guys is fun. And
this is great. Yeah.
But like you're like talking to you, man, like that could become a tough spot, dealing with that. Like that.
Probably.
Yeah, dude.
What are you doing, Nick? Like what exactly is the Pokey Plumber website going to consist of?
I'm not giving that guy any money.
No, I mean like okay, like your website. I'm saying whatever the name of it is. Like, what are you trying to sell?
All right. So Ryan told me, he's like, you should at least stream once a week. He's like, just try it. You said it to stream, try it. So I don't know, man. I'm trying to stay away from turning it into a business. You don't need to.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
I promise you, you won't be the same.
It's true. It will corrupt.
Well, I see all my friends. I see all you guys. Like it makes you go to the fucking dark side. Like it's like when Anakin starts killing.
That's the thing, though. Like that's what like this is why like me and you butt heads sometimes. It's like to what you call the dark side is us making a living.
No, I'm not saying
we have to sell things to make money, dude.
I'm not. No. You're misinterpreting me fully. Like the thing is, like I have a lot of joy from this hobby, but sometimes I see you and you're not having fun, right? Because you're working a lot.
Yeah, because there's a lot of behind the scenes stuff. It's a lot of stress. Yeah.
You making money. You're dealing with stress now. Yeah. I don't want to turn this to when I'm dealing with stress. The most stressful thing that happened to me with Pokemon in the past month is my package came in damaged, right? I don't want to go further than that. Then I'm worrying about this person fucking charging back their credit card. I'm worried that this package didn't arrive over here. I'm worrying that I have to, now I have to check my margins when I'm opening packs. Then I have to check my margins if I'm buying this. Then I have to worry if I can get distribution or not. For me, I want distribution so I could buy for myself, which is absolutely nuts. And I will buy whatever they tell me to buy. If they want me to
Plumber has a real job, guys.
No,
I think that's a genuine thing to worry about. The corruption.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
It'll ruin the magic a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. That's the only thing that I'm afraid of, that it could ruin the magic.
You should be afraid of that because it will.
100%. No doubt in my mind.
It might not be worth it. I
don't think it is worth it. I think you should just make your YouTube videos. You can do pack breaks of your own. I don't think you should get into the business side, dude. I think you love this so much. I don't want to see it happen to you.
Yeah.
I agree. It'll ruin the magic. I saw the video games that last I checked I liked, but the next one, who knows?
Me and my buddy. So we grew up together, a guy that works for me. And we were talking about the other day. It's just like, I feel like what gave us the most joy in kids is almost like doing it with your friends. And like everyone talking about what level you're at, or how'd you get there, and like playing together against each other. I feel like that was what made it so fun, and that's why we have the nostalgic memories of it. But then I bought an N64 and I went back and started playing the games alone, and I'm sitting there all alone playing this game, and I'm just like,
yeah, they're pretty the same by yourself. I agree.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's like when you have those 4-player on GoldenEye, like that was the best.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good example.
Like on a winter night, I remember all my friends, we were having a sleepover and we're all doing like the 4 screen, and you can't be odd job because he's too fucking short and you can't kill him. Like I remember.
So like so your brain goes back to that, and then you go get N64 and play it, and you're just like, I mean, yeah, it's still fun, but like then you start sitting there for a while for like 30 minutes. You're like, I'm just like sitting here all alone. This is
but there is one aspect. So on the Switch, you can play N64 games, and I bought the N64 controller for Switch, but like I'm playing Ocarina of Time, and that's like solo. You can't do that multiplayer. So like that brought me back to those times too, which were a lot of fun. So there is still a fun aspect to it. But yes, I do remember playing with my friends, but it's still like that's fun for me, is loading up the Nintendo Switch and playing N64 on it. Like that shit is fun.
Yeah, I think I'm with Alex. I need the friend aspect. Like, just so the comments will think I'm a psycho. I have best friends. We hang out twice a week. And I love them. I'm saying I don't like to do like consumer activities. I see friends and family. But yeah, my boys Sam and Nolan, like, we're grown out. We're 32 years old, and like we're all gonna buy the next Gen 10 Pokemon game, and we'll all play the shit out of it together. Oh, yeah. But the second they stopped playing Scarlet and Violet because I got busy, then I tried to play on my own, and I was like, this game's boring as shit.
Yeah,
it's ugly and it's not fun.
I'm the only person in the world that liked that game.
Scarlet and Violet?
I liked it with friends.
I like Scarlet and Violet.
I feel so many people like shit on that game, but I think it's like more of the hardcore like video game players. Because like I'm not a video game player. I don't play any like Xbox, PS3, or PS5, whatever. I don't play any of that. And so for me, I haven't played a Pokemon game since it was on Game Boy, Advance or whatever. So I'm just like, damn, this is fun. It's pretty good,
I just think it looks very like they have a very uninspired aesthetic.
Legend of Arceus was a lot of fun too.
That's a pretty game.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, I don't need crazy graphics. Like I just want like inspired aesthetic. Like X and Y on the DS, whatever the hell, and like black and white. Like those obviously have worse graphics than the current Switch games, but those look so much better to me. They're so appealing. And I'm like, I saw the Legends ZA or whatever, and I'm just like, man, I just wish they had it like black and white graphics. I'd play the shit out of this game.
Plumber, talk more, man. They think you're bored. You're not conversating enough.
Dude, I've been talking this.
I was gonna say what?
Dude, I just put the comments up on stream, guys. That's my job here.
Pokey Plumber made me feel like I have a chance at finding happiness in consumer things when I have a child. Maybe they'll like Marvel movies like I used to.
Dude, that's the thing. Like I'm buying
Little Timmy will want to play.
I'm buying him all like the Pokemon, because I have 2 daughters, but now I finally have the son. I love my daughters more than anything. They're my like little princesses. But like with my son now, I'm buying him like all the Pokemon figures, and they're not open yet because I don't want him to eat the pieces. But like, dude, he's got like 30 of them. He has the coolest sealed collection, and I can't wait until he's like Like, he'll go up to him at night. We do this every night before bed. I'll bring him to like where the shelving is, and he'll like hit it, and he always reaches for the Charizard and the Blastoise. I'm like, dude, I can't wait. It's gonna be so much fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I love that.
It's so
He's already making him keep his toy sealed.
Raising him right.
That's the best part.
That's
Oh
amazing.
man, guys, we've been going for like over 2 hours. I guess we can go ahead and shut it down.
We didn't get to 1,000 concurrent viewers.
No, we didn't. This wasn't like, I'm telling you, things are kind of getting a little slower on the views. At least here on the Nostalgianomics. I think what happened was a lot of people got really mad at me with the Twitter and the Reddit stuff.
Maybe, because I think, didn't we have like 800 concurrent viewers last time we streamed?
We hit 1,000, bro.
Did we hit 1,000?
Yeah.
God, what a flex.
maybe it's a dip in the market.
I don't know what it is. I don't know. Like we almost have to test it out on someone else's channel because I think that's what's going on. Like I talked to Brian about it beforehand. Like the channel has been like, I would say flatlining a little more than it was. So I don't know if it's the market YouTube, but I feel like other people are still doing well. So I think it definitely had an effect. So I guess like all the Twitter and Reddit Timmys won it for a minute. You gotta give people their props on the battles. We'll win the war.
Yeah, they'll get over it. That's hilarious. Yeah, just stop changing after 25,000 subs, bro.
Stop changing, bro.
Fame corrupts.
Yeah, I didn't.
Well, I don't know. How do you want to end?
I'm gonna go make a YouTube video now.
Nice.
Same. Hell, when I get to 50K, I'm gonna get really corrupted.
Corrupted. Oh my god, dude! If you hit 100K, I'm not even gonna know you anymore.
Yeah, I'll be different. I'll be a whole different human, different form. But
That's what I heard. I heard like I talked to this one guy. He was like, best friends with Danny Phantom growing up, and then when he hit 100K, he just doesn't even talk to him anymore. Just like cut him out of his life. He even cut like his family out of his life. It was crazy.
Left the boys in the hood.
And then when you get to PokeRev status, like you just cut the world out of your life. It's just you don't know anybody.
He just hit 3 million.
Yeah, that's crazy.
3 million. I'm like, God damn, son.
It's wild.
That shit's crazy to me.
And people think Pokemon's going somewhere.
Yeah, Rev's doing A-okay. I think everyone else is too.
Yeah.
Including
how do you guys want to end things, man? Anything you want to shout out, dude? Shillionaire?
Sheesh. Apparently there's a new Hololive card game coming out. My distro pitched me on that. It's I guess it's gonna be a really big deal. Like, let me see if I can
Are they
find
gonna compete
it
with
here.
MetaZoo though?
It's gonna be close. Let me see. It's some Hololive game. Hold on a sec. I can pull up some information on it.
While you're pulling it up, I do want to touch on one thing. I
got it.
Ads for it. You could supposedly buy these digital packs, and you open it, and they'll sell you the real card, send you the real card that you pull.
I saw that ad.
What, like Pokemon Pocket?
But they give you the real. So say if you pull like a Giratina, right? And they'll send it to you, like whatever packs you open. I think it's the biggest bullshit ever because it's gonna take like 1,000 packs, so they're making money from these digital packs, and then they'll send you the one Tina card that they're buying for $300 raw.
I've seen those ads. It's very interesting. It looks like a scam, but I think it's probably just stupid people losing a lot of money.
Yeah, it's dangerous because people can't get product right now, so they're like, "Oh, I'll open this then." It's like,
how's Pokemon Pocket doing, by the way? Does anyone know?
I open it every day when my.
I think they're probably doing amazing.
Yeah,
I never did the
absolutely
thing. Like it's not my like cup of tea, but I know I know Brian, you were making content on it. I know Nick does it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it'll be a big deal. I think it'll generate billions.
I played the game the most I ever have on here.
That's crazy.
It's so much fun. They killed it.
I found the Hololive thing.
Yeah.
Hololive official card game English edition announced. Bushy Road is doing English Hololive game. They typically print to demand, so if you order 1,000 booster boxes, you can expect to get 1,000 boxes. The catch is you have to pre-order long in advance of release compared to other sets. So apparently Hololive is getting some card game in English, and it's going to be like, my distro stand is going to be massive.
What is Hololive?
I don't know exactly, to be honest. I think what's
it's like an anime. Like I'm confused.
I don't really know enough about it. You'd have to Google it to learn more. It's okay. It's a VTuber agency. Someone in their comment section.
Oh, don't they
Yeah.
make like a lot of money and you never even have to show your face or some shit? Like
Yeah,
didn't Kai
it's like
Cenat
anime
have-
girl vibes.
Yeah, like Kai Cenat had like the biggest, and isn't like the hot. It's like a I don't know. It's like an anime with like pink hair.
Yeah, hot anime girl looking,
Yeah.
but real people, like with like a 3D skin.
Like that. That's what
Those, yeah, they're a huge deal.
I don't know, man. It's too much for me. But hey, if there's money in it, I'll throw some product in the closet. You know me.
Well, I mean, your
But Pokey Plumber knows me. I don't care what it is. If it makes money, I'll throw the cards in the closet.
One Piece, baby. One Piece, blue bottoms.
He always hates it. I don't really like the stuff I just invested in it.
Well, apparently they print to demands for better or worse. So if you want some, your distro might actually be able to get you however many you want.
What are you getting a lot or?
I'm gonna buy 1,000 boxes. I'm just going full send. It might be horrible.
Dude, you ain't playing around.
Well, why not? Maybe it'll be huge. It's hot anime looking girls. Like, of course it's gonna be great.
Right? I get it.
Yeah. Dragons and hot anime girls. That's what.
Yeah, I'm not into it, but I get it. Like the whole Why Schwartz thing. I'm not into it, but I get it.
Yeah, I get it.
I guess they came out with the new packs today for the Arceus packs.
Yeah, I saw the commercial for that.
Yeah, that looks all, dude. Those they had the Garchomp fighting Arceus. I think it was that pack looks fucking like if that was a real card, that's what's killing me is that they are doing the most beautiful arts I've ever seen.
Yep.
Why aren't they in the TCG?
There's is it Houndoom that has like crazy sick one?
Oh, that's a really nice one too.
One of them is insane.
It's like Houndoom looking menacing as ever, fucking like
all the shadows.
Oh, that looks so sick.
I saw it and it pissed me off because I'm like, man, what a waste of an art.
Yeah, it's
like you could put that shit on a piece of paper and made all my fans shriek.
Here, let's open a pack. Tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
Stop. So satisfying, I will say.
This does nothing for me.
Well,
I couldn't be.
If you get like a chase card, it'll like bring you into it, right? It'll like dive in 3D.
Like you skidoo into it like you're on Blue's Clues.
Oh my god, it's so sick, yeah. And it's
like you're in Blue's Clues.
Like it's like
Blue's
whole, like when I get a chase card, it's like what goes through my head. And then when you're doing this, they like show you the visual. Like oh my god, like the pulling the Mew was an experience alone.
Yep, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Brett P said physical pocket set will be the next boom. No, it won't. What they'll do is they'll release it like 4 years later, like they did with Pokemon Go, and no one cares anymore, and no one will buy it except for me.
And yeah, we'll buy it, and then 2 years later we'll get rich off it.
No, man, it's Pokemon Go. We're still not getting rich off.
Do you think they're gonna?
Bro, I'm telling you, it'll happen. And the classic boxes I have a pallet of, those will boom too. What is that?
Do you think that they'll like stop producing packs and like your cards in here? If you have multiple, they'll be worth something. Like, is that what they're gonna do? Like, they're gonna stop putting the packs on here?
Yeah, I bet they'll retire packs, but they don't let you like pay real money for that stuff. Like they'll ban your account if you catch you doing that.
Well, can't you like trade?
Wait, you're trying to like keep pack sealed?
Someone pays you $50 and you trade any card for it. They could do something like that.
Yeah, well, people do that now. It's just against their terms of service. Like you can't do any real world trading.
Guys, shout out to Lost in Jersey. Hey guys, this is one of the most human and relatable conversations I think I've seen you guys had. Not that you don't seem to care, but a lot of content has been cold. Just saying these conversations are good, and I do think the stuff like this is maybe what gets you the next layer of fans growth. Just my 2 cents. Appreciate that, man.
Nice comments sometimes. I like it.
Nice comments.
Once in a while.
It's a great time. I'm happy we were able to do this, man.
Dude, Sam, I love a good invite to a live stream. It's a blast.
Always. All right, guys, we're gonna end it there. I'm sure you guys know PokeNE, because he's everywhere at this point. But his links in the description below. We got Pokey Plumber's channel in the description below. If you guys don't know, Nick is making videos now. This is no longer some hypothetical thing. He's got like 4 or 5 videos now. Check out his YouTube.
7.
And appreciate you guys showing up, hanging out during middle of the day on a Friday. So that's it. We're calling it. We're out.
Peace, y'all.